Excuse me. That's the 1 2 1 2. All right.
Know that I'm a lean just because I take a loss. That don't mean I never win. Even though they send it, hey, this is love that I'm a sin. I just know I never fold, never break, never bend. I just know I got myself all the way into the end. Wrongs, I don't even need a pen. Meditating now just to keep my mind cleansed. Yeah, it's all you really gotta do. You keep your faith strong, you gon' always make it through. Expect the best, so don't start with you. I've been working on my soul. I've been working on my soul. I've been working on my soul, y'all. I've been working on my soul. Ain't no limit when you got like you can get it. And don't you let them come around down. You don't wanna hear it. And all them bad vibes they got, hope that you not near it. If you wanna go and get it, it can be obtained. And if you trying to grow in life, then you gotta change. I remain the same nigga that I was, I just got way better. More clever than ever, I'm feeling too special. You should never settle, hope you never do. If you keep your faith strong, then you gon' make it through. Expect the best out of life, so it's nothing new. Remember that it never start with them, it start with you. Yeah. Remember that it never start with them, it start with you. I've been working on my soul. I've been working on my soul.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. All praises, all praises. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. They still want to mess with my little small channel. It's okay. It's okay, family. It's okay. They do what they do, but they're not gonna slow down the information. All praises. So we thank the creator for each one of you joining me today on ITFTR Network. Make sure as when you come into the building, you press the like and subscribe button if you have subscribed to the page yet. And if you want someone you like what you've been hearing thus far, to each one of you that are ghost listeners, come on in and subscribe to the page and let someone else know that we are here, because that's how we, come up into the YouTube algorithm, meaning the YouTube streets. So we in part 15 today, family. We're in part 15 today. Let's have a conversation about Jesus, the devil. And a lot of people, like I say, a lot of people, they get offended with the title, but it's okay. Like I say, if you really want the truth, just stick around and just pay attention and do your research on the information that I do give. If you haven't seen part 1 through 14, you're missing a doozy. I would ask you to go back and look at part 1 through 14, because it's a lot of information that was given into those parts to let you know exactly about the New Testament came about and what the New Testament really purpose for. And we're going to get into a little bit more today. Um, so we into part 15, and today I like to thank each one of you for joining me today. Sister Joanne Smith, Sister Sephora Smith, Trey, Zayden, Joel Smith, Shamara Bowman, and Latoya G. We thank each one of you for joining me today in this ITFTR Network podcast. Make sure as when you come into the building, you press that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you please press that subscribe button. Also, what we're going to go ahead on and get into is we're going to let's get furthermore into the devil. A lot of people don't like to talk about who the devil is, but they like to talk about, well, the devil, you know, they like to tell you that the devil did a lot of these things to them. Or they would tell you, well, the devil is the white man. They always blame it on color. But family, let's deal with the actuality of the devil. Okay. So let's let me do something real quick. Let me hook this up. Because look like I'm getting ready to go down. All right, just give me a second. Because I'm moving my equipment around all week. Just give me a second. I need to plug this up. I'm moving this thing around all week. When I do some study, y'all give me a minute. All right. Just wanted to make sure I plug that in to make sure we have. I don't go down in reception. But anyway, let's get into it. I know a lot of you all been looking at the politics, and maybe you was. I've been kind of paying attention to the politics, and I've been listening. I've been talking to certain people, a lot of people on when I be out working about about the politics. And some people wants to talk about it, some people don't, and some people get upset, and some people don't. Some people like to have a rational conversation. But the majority of the people who I speak with, the majority of them, not all of them, but just a simple of them, they gets into the rage and they pick sides and they literally, pick one side over the other. And that's okay. That's what you call tribalism. And in politics, that's what you get is tribalism. But a lot of us, we don't really get into the point of why is there tribalism there within politics. This is how we lost our land, through tribalism. This is how Israel was divided, through tribalism. We pick one side over the other when it was really just clearly the laws of the Creator. And a lot of us, we don't want to deal with the laws of the Creator. We want to deal with different points of views. And I hear a lot of indigenous members of the land tells you, well, the Bible, we don't go by the Bible, but blah, 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 blah. But if you go and one day, and I'm getting ready to do a lesson soon on the great laws of peace, because they say that what the Constitution was written from. But if you really get into the great laws of peace, you will see that it has a lot of reflection that comes from Scripture. But according to, of course, a lot of the indigenous community will try to ignore that. But that's okay. But I'm gonna bring it out because see, it's the corner off and push out. And I'm gonna say it again. It's to now corner off and push out those who don't who has the information, but they ignore that part of the information because they are not really God's people. They just one of the tribes or the nations that was upon the land. See, everybody just because they're your color doesn't make them you. And this is the point where I've been stressing and I've been homing in on and I've been pushing for a long time. Just because they are your complexion doesn't make them you. And this is what's going on into the politics today, the presidential election. See, when it was between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, see, most of all the niggas ran who's a staunch Democrat ran away from Joe Biden. But they were all hop up on Joe Biden to beat Donald Trump. This is what they did. This is what their feelings were. You know? And then when Joe Biden get in office, let's take the Chicago. See, Negroes don't like to be held accountable. They don't like to take accountability. They just want to point the finger. See, this identity politics what got us in trouble. Instead of standing for the laws of the Creator, it's identity politics. And the Democrats was putting this stuff in front of you for a long time. Identity politics. This is what they was doing for a long time. They were putting identity in front of you. And they trapped most of you. They trapped 97% of you. Negroes. What I mean by that? Let's just go. Let's go a little further. Barack Obama. Tupac said there'll never be a black man be a president. And when Barack Obama got elected, they said, they say Tupac. They started laughing at Tupac. But Tupac was not a dumb dude. You could YouTube that when Tupac said there'll never be a black man as a president. Barack Obama wasn't a black man. And the black man that Tupac was talking about, he was talking about a so-called, what they call an African American or a Negro or an indigenous Niji would never be the president. Barack Obama wasn't your people. He just had your skin tone. But you have people like Eric Dyson and Al Sharpton and them laughing about Tupac. But Tupac ain't here to defend what he said. And so now all these Negroes ran after Joe Biden, got him elected. I still think they cheated, but they got him elected. And what the first thing Joe Biden did, he told you, he pointed out, he gave an Asian hate bill. It just so happened that some Negro attacked the Asian woman, and now all the Asians are scared. Oh, we scared. And so they give an Asian hate bill. And now you Negroes who helped that man get elected, he told you into your fake leaders like Al Sharpton, NAACP, Urban League, Action Network, and all these other people on a Zoom call. Go look it up. That he wasn't doing nothing for you. The same way Kamala Harris, when she was running for president, she said, am I going to strictly do anything for black folks? No. But they gave an Asian hate bill. That's what they did. This gonna all tie in. Trust me, this gonna all tie in. Just walk with me. And then he brought a bunch of Afghanistanians over here, put them up in the houses, gave them a stipend once a month, gives them a stipend once a month, free healthcare, free education. Then you had the war break out in Ukraine, brought a lot of those Ukrainians over here, put them up in homes, give them stipends once a month. Even some of these people even get SSI. If you don't know what SSI means, that's Social Security income. They get Social Security. When most of you can't even, you got to jump through hoops to get it. But they automatically apply, they automatically get it. Something they ain't never worked for, and you putting the money in to give to them, who's not even a part of this country. But when you go to their country, you can't even get that. And then they pass a bill to want to draft your children between 18 to 26, mandatory into the military. This is what they do. This is what they're doing. And now then when Joe Biden get on the debate stage with Donald Trump, Joe Biden can't even hardly god doggone talk. Yeah, I did it. Yeah. And they say, Mr. Trump said, I don't know what he said. I don't even think he know what he said. But for 3 years, they say Joe Biden was what? He was incapacitated. He couldn't even do the job. In the news media, right? No, Joe Biden, he's strong. His press secretary, no, he's strong. But the Negro knew something was wrong who voted for that dude, because all of them started backing away from it. All the Negroes started, but most of them Negroes, they sat in, but they knew they done got caught on the debate stage. They knew they got caught. So what did they do from that point? Joe Biden, you got to get out. 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 Joe Biden say, I'm staying. Now all of a sudden say, they got to get out. You got to get out. You got to get out. We're going to put up somebody that's more competent. And it was a black delegate woman that went on Stephen A. Smith's show, say that if they don't give it to Kamala Harris, whatever the hell you want to call her, we're going to blow up the party. Meaning they're going to leave the Democrat Party, the black woman. See, now they're not happy because they lied them been exposed. And now they got to get somebody up that now can bring you back into the fold. Because most of the Negroes was running to Donald Trump. Most of the Negroes was going to sit home and not vote. And see, if you walk away, that's what you call a real insurrection. Because you're the foundation to their power. I keep telling you, it's you and the devil. He have to sit behind you. He lives through you. While you dead, he lives. And I know he lives. Yeah. Ooh, let me live my life. You know that song, that church song? That's what they do. So most of the Negroes is starting to pull out. They don't want to be a part of it. We're going to sit on because they not listening to us. They not giving us no reparation. They not talking to us. Woo-doo, 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 woo-doo. This is what they've been doing. This is what the Negro been saying. But all of a sudden now, Joe Biden come and announce that he's leaving the presidential race. And now they immaculately give Kamala Harris the throne to run for president. Now she's the head of the ticket. And all the Negroes now, most all of them, and we're going to talk about those Negroes, jump up and, this is what they do. This is what they did. So now they got you enthused back to vote, to participate in a democracy that does not pertain for you. And I see in the first day that she became the nominee, how all these so-called black women was putting up stuff on Facebook. I'm behind you, girl. You get it, girl. This is what they were doing. Black girl magic. We about to have the first female president, and she's going to be melanated. This is what they have done. And I challenge a few of them, but I didn't challenge most of them. I just challenged a few. Some people call me, some people challenge me in person, some people challenge me over Facebook about this decision. And I told them straight up, it don't take much to jolt you, do it. It don't take much to move you. They got a chameleon right in your face, and here we go again. Barack Obama wasn't your people, and you said, "Oh no, he a black man," but his father was an African and his mother was a Caucasian. But that's you because you believe you come from Africa. They put Kamala Harris in front of you, and oh no, her father from Jamaica. But you don't look at the father's lineage. Her father was just born in Jamaica. So was people from other lands were born in Jamaica. So is people who are born in the U.S. But when you look at their lineage, I'm going to show you a few in a few minutes. They people come from other places. Her father's father is Irish, and her father's mother is Hindustan. Who moved to Jamaica and had slaves. And y'all say, oh, well, she born in Jamaica, so that make her black. No, it doesn't. Just like today, people are being born here and they call themselves Americans. There's only one American. And that's the indigenous community. And they sit right here and they have you participate in your own destruction because you love symbolism. And the Bible speaks of this. And by the way, the Bible speaks of symbolism. That Israel gonna run after symbolism. The Bible speaks of different things that Israel is going to go after and be a part of. And we get mad or we get upset and like these camps are doing. We trying to find Israel. What that song is, Snoopy, Snoopy, come home, Snoopy, come home, come home, come home. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring people home who ain't designed to be home. so you can get a bigger pay. Israel cult camps, clubs. And this would happen. This is what was happening across the spectrum thus far. All these people became you. And all these people now speaks for you who are foreigners. I want you to pay attention to that. They are foreigners. And they are speaking for you. And the Bible speaks of that as well. Let's get into the first scripture. Let's go to second Esdras. We're going into the Apocrypha real quick. And then, like I said, we're going to tie this all into Matthew. We're going to tie all this back in. And I'm going to start back at Matthew, the 3rd chapter, when Jesus came out of the water from being baptized. I'm going to tie all this right here in. I'm going to tie it all back in. Watch. Because it's like the Negro don't even get it. How is it that these folks can still keep doing the same play head fake and you keep falling for it? They ain't got to put on a defense or offense to you. They just throw their head up. Everybody throw their head up at one time, and they know the Negro gonna look up, and they can just keep scoring a touchdown. Because the Negro ain't about to do nothing long as they look like you. They ain't got to fight. What they got to fight for? Tell me what they got to fight for. What they got to fight for? Sister Joanne said, Hosea 4 and 5, my people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, therefore I will reject them. Yeah, they're destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Because a lot of people don't want to know anything. They don't want to know. They just want to continue to keep following, being sheep. Somebody give me that scripture where it says that my sheep are led astray. They are led to the slaughter. Somebody grab me that scripture real quick. And while somebody getting that, let's go to second Esdras. Let's go to second Esdras. The 5th chapter. We're going to start at second Esdras, the 5th chapter. We're going to read 1 through 8. Because a lot of us don't get it. We don't get it. But it's okay. Because see, I realize that a lot of us ain't gonna make it anyhow. A lot of us ain't trying to make it. A lot of us just want to sit into one position and continue to be a sheep following the crowd. This is what a lot of us want to do. And if that's your motive, then fine. That's your motive. I'm not here to change your motive. It's your life. You live it the way you live it. Isaiah 53 and 7. You live it. You live your life the way you live it. Joel and Joanne put up Isaiah 53 and 7. I'm not trying to live my life through you. I don't do that. Not even through my kids, my children. My children live, they're supposed to pick up the legacy that I leave for them, that their household leave for them, that their mother leave for them. That's what they're supposed to pick up. But if it wasn't nothing left for them, then they create and begin to build for what they know. Back to the law. So no, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed by what people do. I'm not impressed. So let's get Isaiah 53 and 7 real quick. Let me read that real quick for you. And by the way, the link is in the chat. If anybody wants to join the chat, you can come on up. The link is already in the chat. Isaiah 53 and 7. This is what it says here. He was opposed, and he was afflicted, yet he opened not his mouth. He is brought as a lamb to the what? Slaughter, as a sheep before her shears is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. And a lot of people say, well, that's Jesus Christ, but we know that's not Jesus Christ. All right. But if you want to deal with that, we could deal with that as well. That's not Jesus Christ. Okay. But my people are led into the slaughter as sheep. This is not the verse. But it said he struggled. It says as the lamb to the slaughter as a sheep. Okay, before the shear is dumb. I could take this scripture. I could take it. But let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 1 through 8. It says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, Sister Joanne said what? He was opposed and was afflicted, yet he opened his mouth. He was brought as a lamb to slaughter, and a sheep before the shears is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. Okay. All right. So look at what verse 1 says in 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter. Look at what this verse says. He says, behold, the day shall come that which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great numbers. You know, a lot of people is going to be so fooled. A lot of people is going to be killed. They're going to be led away by following falseness. This was going to happen. Not just a lot of people. It says what? A great number. A great number is going to be led away. A great number. That means if I know 10 people, 9 of those people is going to be led away behind falsehood, and only one person going to stand. That's how great the wickedness in this earth is going to be. A lot of people are going to believe that they are living according to the law, but in actuality, they're not. They're only living according to the desires that they want to achieve. The desires that they want, that they are looking to accomplish. That's what they're looking for. Behold, the days shall come that which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. Many going to die, and many going to follow false doctrine. They're going to be led away captive in great numbers, by great numbers. And the way of truth shall be hidden. The way of truth shall be hidden. I want you to pay attention to that. The way of truth shall be hidden. That means truth, family, is not going, they're going to hide the truth from you. Not just your bloodline, but they're going to hide the literal truth from you. How is they going to hide the truth from you, family? How are they going to do it? Anybody, put it up in the chat. How would they hide the truth from you? How would they hide the truth from you? How would they do it? Anybody, how would it be able to hide the truth from you? How would they hide the truth from you? Let's go to Isaiah. Put it in the book. You say, put it in the book. Put it in the book. Okay, that's fine. We can put it in the book. That's one way. But they don't have to put it in the book no more, because they know most of the sheep is dumb anyhow. They know most of the sheep is dumb. They don't have to hide anything from you. Just like they putting homosexuality and all this stuff right in front of your face, so they don't have to hide it in the book no more. Because most Negroes ain't gonna pick up a book anyhow. Most Negroes ain't gonna pick up a book. So it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Most Negroes ain't gonna pick up a book. So let's go to Isaiah, the 5th chapter. We're gonna read 1 through 5. Most Negroes ain't gonna pick up a book. Just like this Bible. Most Negroes ain't gonna pick up this Bible. Most Negroes act as if they love the Bible, but they're not gonna learn to pick this Bible up to learn the laws of the Creator. They're not gonna do it. Sister Joanne put up James 1:14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of, you got the word if, of his own lust and enticed. Right. That's true. Every man is running after his own desires. His own desires. Trey Habishin put up, they use in the picture of Jesus and schools to attack the youth. Okay, what you mean by that? What you mean by that, Brother Trey? See, because we have to realize that they flip you upside down. They flip you upside down. They done made the things that was abnormal become normal to you. This is what they done. Right in front of your face. They knew they weren't gonna get it during your grandmother, great grandma time, because they stood on principles. Even if they didn't go to church or whatever, but it was the principles that they stood in. They stood on the principles of community that I've seen in my lifetime in the South. Everybody in the community knew everybody. Everybody, you couldn't stand in front of my house without somebody calling the parents. Just like in my community, we look out, just on my street, in my community, we look right out for each other. This is what we do. Sister Joanne put up, they put a person before you by symbolism, so one who looks like you. Okay. Brother Trey Havisham said that's how they are tricking the people. Talking about through the picture of Jesus. Because I'm trying to put your whole comment together. Okay. Let us read 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, verse 1 through 5. It says, now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved has a what? Has a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. Okay. This is Isaiah. I'm reading Isaiah, Isaiah, the 5th chapter. And then we're going to get into 2nd Ezra. Then it says, verse 2, and he fenced it and gathered out of the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine and built a tower to be in the midst of it, and also made a vineyard therein. And he looked that it should what? Bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. You see, this architecture who study designs and architect began to create a vineyard, and he put his choice of vine that he wanted in that vineyard. He fenced it. He did everything right in it. And he was looking for this vine to bring forth what? Grapes. But it brought forth wild grapes. Meaning it brought forth, the grapes began to grow in a manner that he did not even what? Cultivate it. You know, you cultivate something, but it grows opposite of how you cultivate it. I want you to think about that just for a second. You cultivate something, and now all of a sudden, as it grows the opposite of how you cultivate it. It's almost like your child. You raise your child this way, but your child grows the opposite of how you raised it. I want you to think about that. Your child does the very opposite in how you raised it. Just like if you had a job, your job wanted you to perform this particular way, but you form another whole way. They're going to let you go. Your parents, when you go against your parents' ways of how they raise you, that's going to make them mad. And now all of a sudden the Creator groomed us to be the ambassadors on earth for him. And we decided as a nation to do something totally different. So let's go to verse 3, Isaiah 5 and 3. Oh, now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, be wit and my vineyard. Verse 4, what could have been done more to my vineyard? In other words, what more could I have done? What more could I have done? Tell me, what more could I have done to my vineyard that would have made you be able to what? Produce in the way that I groom you to produce. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, but brought forth wild grapes. Excuse me. And now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall what? Be eaten up, and break down the walls thereof, and it shall be what? Trodden down. See? This would happen. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel. And men of Judah has what? Men of Judah, his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, and behold, depression. For righteousness, and behold, a cry. Woe unto them that join house to house. Now, hold on, stop. See, he said, woe unto them that join house to house. Okay? And the men of Judah, who join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be what? Placed alone in the midst of the earth. Now, notice he said who's what? Joining house to house, field to field. Where's that? There be no more place. There be no more place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. See, in my ear, says the Lord of hosts, of a truth, many houses shall be what? Desolated, even great and what? Fair, without inhabitants. Yea, 10 acres of vineyard shall be what? One bath, or bath. And the seed of an honor of a homer shall be an ephah. See, woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them. See, people say, well, you know you don't supposed to drink when you first get up in the morning. Yeah, that's one strong drink. But how about when you follow the pattern of this society? That's a strong drink. Y'all listen to the music that y'all know that's demonic. That's a strong drink. Y'all watch these shows that y'all know that goes against Torah. That's a strong drink. This what y'all do. Till wine inflamed them, until that thing literally catches hold onto you. And now you have no more control of yourself. This what y'all do. And the harp and the viol, the tablet, the taberete, the pipe, and the wine are in their what? Feast. But they regard not the works of the Creator, neither consider the operations of his hands. You celebrate the feast days, the tabernacle, the Shabbat, you do all these things, but you don't have the Creator's laws in your heart. This is what Isaiah is saying. See? You don't have the Creator laws in your heart. You don't. You don't have the Creator laws in your heart. And a lot of us, we don't have the Creator laws in our heart. We just go along with what society tells us and teaches us and shows us. That's the reason why we follow the narrative. That's all we do. We follow the narrative. Therefore, my people go into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitudes dried up with thirst. Meaning, there's nothing there to gain from the people, nor the people that they say that's your leaders. There's nothing there to gain from them. What have y'all gained from TD Jakes? That's right, Sister Joanne is being hypocritical. What y'all learn from TD Jakes and P. Diddy and All these other people that y'all follow, Steve Harvey, think like a man, but act like a man, but think like a woman. Why would a woman want to think like a man? But it became a bestseller that put him on the map. This what y'all do. Y'all put people on pedestals that has nothing, that has no interest in you. He don't live among you, but you sit there and put him on a pedestal. That's the reason why our people are famished, because we're looking for the truth. But you keep putting people in front of you that is dried up. They are famished. They don't know the truth. They don't have no truth in them. The only way you're going to find the truth is going back home to family. And you'll say, well, family don't have the truth. I ain't telling you to go hang around people that ain't living according to the law. I'm telling you to return back home. Search your family. Learn the history of your people. Examine who you are. Accept who you are. This is why we're caught up in the barrel of crabs. Because most of those people that you hanging around ain't your people. They just have your skin tone. Most of the people that you're listening to that you never met in life is not your people, but they just have your skin tone. And we get fascinated because they are on the TV. It tells you a vision. That's why they have what is called programmers. They programming that vision for you to follow. But you still don't get it. You still don't get it. You still don't get it. So let's finish this up. You're following people that is famine. They are in famine within self. That's why you see them resort to violence. Like P. Diddy. Y'all all love the P. Diddy, but then when you see him kicking women, now all the women, oh, I don't like P. Diddy. But you look all the stuff that the man was doing to the women before y'all found out. Before it hit mainstream. You knew this. Jermaine Dupri just was on the Cheryl, whatever her name is, show, talking about Freaknik. And said out his own mouth, he wished that those days could come back when the women was exploiting themselves. That's the stuff y'all follow. Because it looked exciting. Women shaking their butt, women having sex in public. This is exciting to y'all, ain't it? It makes y'all bubble on the inside, ain't it? Ooh, I want to be a part of that. That's what y'all do, right? Correct. Y'all like to be the shogun. That's what you like. Y'all like to be the shogun. But at the end of the day, what you gain from it? Now you get older. Now you're trying to live your life the way you should have lived it when you were young. But you had a lot of your youth to get out. Your youth supposed to be sown into something. So when you get to the age of 40 and 50, you can start looking back at what you was building. But you wasted most of all of that on what? Freaknik, Orange Crush, degradation, parties. Oh, we let's get it. Verse 14. Therefore, Hell has enlarged itself. So now what is hell? Hell is a mindset. Hell is a mindset. Hell is when you have no knowledge of you. That's hell. It's when you have no knowledge of yourself. That's why it enlarges itself, because the majority of you are following nothing. And that's why when you talk to people, they argue. They argue at you. Oh, I talked to a friend of mine earlier this week. He told me, he said, well, since Kamala Harris done jumped into the race, he going to his friend. He said some friends told him they're going to vote for her now. I say, well, okay, for what? Well, because Trump, he was convicted of 34 counts and he haven't served 1 day in jail. Why is your friends worrying about somebody going to jail? Well, you know, if my friends and family, no, that ain't got nothing to do with your friends and family. See, now you trying to put yourself in somebody else's boat. Because I've been convicted in my life. I went to jail. And you ain't never heard me say, well, I went to jail. Trump need to go to jail too. The hell with that. Because my crime wasn't Trump crime, and Trump crime ain't my crime. I don't care. It don't matter. I say, you mad at somebody who got money to fight the system. See, when I went, I didn't have money to fight the system at that time. So I had to take my lumps. How did he say when I was coming up? Take your lumps, bro. Take it. You made your bed, hard lay on it. So it wasn't the point that, and I told him, you mad at the man who got money, but you ain't mad at the man who made the policy. And I'm going to say that again. I told him, you mad at the man who got money to fight the corruption, but you ain't mad at the man who made the policy to make you and your friends get locked up. That's hell. That's why it enlarged itself, because we refuse to do the research to figure out what these people have done to us. We refuse to do the research to figure out who the hell is who the hell standing in front of me speaking for me on my behalf that I never gave permission for. Sister Joanne said, Lamentations 3:40. Let us search and try our ways and turn again to the Creator. That's right. Let us search and find our ways. No, excuse me. Try our ways and turn again to the Creator. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to search and try our ways. How do we try our ways? And let's drink to that one, because that's a good verse, sis. Let us drink to that. Everybody should have had their bottles up. Everybody get their bottles up and let's drink to that one, because that's a good scripture. We're supposed to search and try our ways and turn again. Try your ways, meaning you lining your ways up to the Creator's laws. And are you following what the Creator is saying or have said? Or are you following what society have put in front of you? Which one? This is how you weigh the system. This is how you weigh the system. Hell enlarged itself every day. Hell enlarged herself, because many of you ain't trying your ways. You're not trying out. You haven't tried your ways. You just going along with the system. That's a hell of a verse, sis. Now I got to give you that one. That's a hell of a verse. You just following the system. Whatever they tell you to follow, that's what you follow. Whatever they tell you to get angry, that's what you get angry with. Like that sister who got shot in the head. I can't remember her name. What's her name is? I just watched the video. Oh, God have mercy. She got shot in the head with the hot water. When she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Her murder become now out there for the public. But why they put certain murders forefront? Why? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to do, family? They're trying to spark. They're trying to spark. Because they know you don't have a foundation. You get mad and angry over anything. They spark you over anything. Anything. Okay, her name is Sonya Massey. That's right, Sonya Massey. I was about to say, I knew it was Massey, but I couldn't get that first name. I didn't want to mess her name up. You can spark over anything. Okay, now officer got shot. An officer shot Sonya Massey. But family, how many of us get angry about a 3-year-old baby who gets shot in Chicago? And I'm not making it a racial thing. I'm making it a life thing. Why we don't get angry about that? Why we don't get angry, family, about when we see our own people kill their own people? People that look like them. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad that a white officer shot a black woman, but I'm gonna be madder at another brother shooting another brother. I'm pissed about that because that's deleting a soldier from off the battlefield. But see, we made it a color thing. And I told you color don't matter. Because your enemy that you're fighting, before you can get to that pale man, you got to get past people that look like you. That's why it says in the New Testament, and I agree with that part. This verse, judgment gonna begin in the house of God first. Meaning judgment is gonna begin in your house, in the house that looks like you. You're gonna have to get those people out. My people, hell has enlarged herself. Her mouth opened wide without measures because many of you ain't paying attention. Many of you ain't paying attention. Many of you are not paying attention. You just go along to get along. So I had to tell a couple of people Trump is not a convicted felon. A lot of people don't even know when a person is a convicted felon. You become convicted when a judge sentences you. He either can adjudicate your sentence or he can uphold your sentence. That's when you become a convicted felon. But we don't care because it's not really about truth. It's about what takes place. Just like when Mississippi say that they're going to put the 10 Commandments in the schoolhouses. The Democrat Party said, "Oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's going against church and state." But the Democrats don't have a problem with transgender men who's dressed up like women going into the schoolhouses reading to your children. Do you see what's taking place? It ain't got nothing to do with black and white. It got something to do with spiritual. And it got something to do with your bloodline. And you haven't yet figured it out yet. That's why hell enlarged itself because many of you are ignorant when it comes to life. It opens her mouth without measures, and her glory and their multitude of their pomps. And he that rejoices shall descend in it. Meaning, all of you that follow the foolishness, the ones that is in power positions and etc. What that word pomp means, P-O-M-P. What is that? What is a pomp? a show of magnificence, splendor, royal ceremony. See, a show. That's them entertainers. That's who y'all try to be like, entertainers. These celebrities. All them people going to hell. All them people are in hell. They are in hell. They done descended into those levels of being displaced away from the law. And many of y'all will sit there and uphold these people. Guess what y'all do? Verse 15. Verse 15. And that mean man shall be brought down, and the mean men shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humble, and the eyes of the what? Of the lofty shall be what? Humble. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, and God that is holy shall be sanctified in what? Righteousness. 17. Then shall the lamb feed after their what manner, and the waste place of the fat ones shall strangers eat. See, you're not going to be in control of it, nothing no more. You're not going to be in control of nothing no more. See, the righteous going to make sure, the Creator going to make sure the righteous get what they're supposed to have. Verse 19, woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity. See, woe unto them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity. What is cords of vanity? I'm putting that, put that in the chat. What is cords of vanity, family? What is the cause of vanity? What is the cause of vanity, family? What is going on? Where's that at? Where do they have the cause of vanity at? And sin as it were with and can't rope. Cart rope. Where are they talking about this is happening at, family? Verse 18. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the I'm just gonna tell you, I'm just gonna give you, I'm gonna go ahead and read the next one. And when you get it, put in the chat. When I finish, I'll tell you where's that if nobody don't get it. Verse 20. Woe unto them, no, excuse me, 19, that say, let us make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the what? Counsel of the what? Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come that we may know it. See, they want to see somebody. They want somebody who they think is holy to come so they can see it. See, they done disconnected themselves away from earth, away from life. They done disconnected themselves away from the trees, away from the land. So now they need somebody. Now they need somebody that they can see physically. Verse 20, woe to them that call good evil and evil good, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that what? That put what? Bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You see? This is what happens. This is the reason why they got you in the position that you're in, because you don't even know that you've been turned upside down. You calling things good, that's bad. You calling things that's bad, good. You think the things that is bitter towards you, you calling it sweet. That's why you can't speak against homosexuality. That's why you can't do it. You can't speak against these organizations. That's why you can't do it. because you don't even know the difference, because you haven't been doing the research. You haven't been doing, you don't have a discerning spirit no more. You just follow the rules of the game. Verse 21, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength with mingle strong drink. This is the reason why you can't do what you need to do. Let's go to 2nd Esdras, the 5th chapter, verse 1 through 8. Nevertheless, as a coming as the token, behold, the days shall come that which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great numbers, and the way of truth shall be hidden. We just showed you how the way of truth is going to be hidden, because you're going to be running after things, and hell enlarged itself. Hell is the mindset, because you don't have no knowledge of what really was taking place in front of you. You don't have no knowledge of it. You don't have no knowledge of what was really taking place in front of you. The 4th Amendment said that Indians shall not be taxed or enumerated. Well, there was one time when the Indians wasn't taxed. The Indians was not taxed. It was not taxed. But now all of a sudden you're taxed now. The way of truth shall be hidden. The way of truth shall be hidden, because they got you not thinking. We don't even think no more. We don't think no more. We just do what the hell we want to do and think how we want to think. We don't think in line of the law no more. We don't move in the line of the law no more. We just begin to do what we feel like we ought to be doing. So then what happened? So the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Meaning wherever you go, ain't nobody going to really want to talk about what they believe. Nobody really going to want to talk about what they really believe, according to what the scripture says. The New Testament, I think in 2 Peter 1 and 20 and 21, it says, now when it comes to the prophecies of this faith, there's no private interpretation. One brother say, nah, that goes according to what you believe and what I believe. I don't see it that way. So when the Bible says there's no private interpretation, how do you get an interpretation? How do you get it? But we don't care, because it's about my agenda. That's all it's about. It's about my agenda. It's about my agenda. It ain't about nobody else's agenda. It's about what I believe and what I feel and what I think. That's what it's about today, family. Let's move on to the next verse. It says, and the iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, and that thou hast heard long ago. Everything that you heard back then, you seen it in front of your face now. These folks ain't holding back no punches. They putting everything that you've been talking about right in front of your face. Shamara say heavy burden, even evil influence. Sister Joanne say we stopped being true to ourselves and started following other cultures, denouncing our legacy. Correct. Both of those correct. This is what we've been doing. And we don't believe that the things that was talked about in the past, you seeing that thing right in front of your face now. They're not hiding nothing no more from you. For what? Because they already know hell done increased itself. It didn't enlarge themselves. Everybody, if I have 10 people around me, eight of those 10 is dumb. And what I mean by dumb, they're ignorant to what's really taking place. And a lot of times they're not going to even care about it anyhow. They don't care about what's really taking place. It's all about what they think and how they feel. not the truth of really what took place. Truth don't matter because the news told me that ain't true. It's the conspiracy theory. And you sit there and you follow the foolishness simply because somebody told you to follow it. You get mad because they told you to get mad. You get angry at this person because the news say, hey, hate that person, and you hate them. You don't even realize where you get your thoughts from. Your thoughts come from somebody else. You don't organically have your own thoughts. Your thoughts come from TV. Your thoughts come from a rap song. Your thoughts come from a video game. Your thoughts come from a movie, a radio, a magazine. You don't have organic thoughts. Most of you, when you study in the box. You don't study out the box. So when you study in the box, you are hearing all the things that was told to you how to study. So you don't have organic thoughts. You do not. That's why most of you can't even go back home to study your own lineage, because you don't have organic thoughts. You just try to be what you ain't or what you think you are, but you can't prove that you are. Because you want to believe your people came from a slave ship. You want to sit there and say something that your family your family haven't even recorded of themselves. This is what we do. Verse 3. And the land that thou seest now to have root, thou shalt see wasted suddenly. What it means that you're gonna suddenly see, brother, look around you. They having pride gay parades in Atlanta, New York, California. The soil is no more good. I mean, there's nothing really spectacular about this land no more. Everybody's trotting on it now. I was talking to a brother back and forth on Facebook all yesterday, all the way till this morning. Brother say, "Nah, I'm here just to get just to get the things from it. I don't care nothing about being no American." An African lady said that on the African channel. She said, "I'm only over here to get the resources." She said, "The government, you can't blame me. The government opened the door for me to come over here to get the resources. It's being trodden, your land being trodden. And you don't care nothing about it because you don't believe this is your land anyhow. Israelites club. Oh, I come from Africa. My people come from Africa. But you don't have no proof of that. Only proof you got is what you think the Bible said in the lying stories that you saw on the TV. But if you sit down and you read that Bible, you can't show me no transatlantic slave trade. You can't even show me that. But you will carve out a narrative to think that of saying that's the transatlantic slave trade. That's what you would do. Verse 4, but if the Most High granted thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day. Verse 5, the blood shall drop out of wood. What do you mean by that? Blood gonna drop out of the wood. Blood gonna drop out of wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled. You're gonna see things that you ain't never thought will happen. Meaning things you cognitively think you thought. In your thoughts, how you think things are, it's not gonna be. And it's gonna trouble you because you never gave thought that the Creator can do these things. You were just looking at life just moving according to the pattern, the way you thought it should be moving. And because it was moving this long since you was a baby all the way up to your age that you are right now, you think that things is just going to keep patterning itself the way it is. But you know the strange thing about it? You see things happening, but y'all still wants to ignore it. right before your face. You see the signs happening, but you still wants to ignore it. Let's go to verse 6. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth. See? Somebody you're not really looking for to rule, gonna rule. Let me say it again. Somebody you looking to rule, you're not. Let me read it again. And even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth. This person gonna rule that you're not gonna even be looking to rule. Because you think the things that you believe is going to topple the things that really going to take place. And the fowls shall take their flight away together. Verse 7. And the Sodomish sea shall cast out fish and make a noise in that night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof. You're going to hear this. You're going to hear this water. You're going to see the remnants of this what kind of river? This Sodomitish river. Sodom and Gomorrah. In verse 8, there shall be a confusion of also in many places. There's going to be a confusion in many places because a lot of things is out of order now. It's confusion. Men can go in the women's bathroom. Men can play women's sports. A confusion. And you're going to see politicians sit there and accept it. Confusion. I keep telling y'all, the devil needs for you to live, to die so he can live. He need to usurp your power from you. There's going to be confusion in many places. And the fire, I want you to pay attention to that word fire because I'm going to show you what that fire is in a minute. And the fire shall be oft sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places. What is that fire? What is that fire? The Bible tells you what this fire is. Just watch. Once when this fire is sent out again, the wild beasts shall what? Shall change their places, and what? Monstrous women shall what? Bring forth monsters. Women going to bring forth children that don't have no values. They don't have no decorum. Because that fire was sent out again. Let's go to Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3, verse 1 through 5. Let's go. Let's deal with that real quick. What is that fire? I want y'all to keep in mind what that fire is, because it has something to do with hell. It has something to do with hell. Keep in mind, we're talking about that fire because it's going to be sent out again, and it's going to cause the women to raise their kids with no values, with no morals, with no decorum. They're going to raise their children to like your boy, the basketball player. What's his name? From the Miami thing or whatever it is, Chicago or whatever. He raised his son to be a woman, a girl. See, there's going to be confusion in every place. Because they didn't come here to just conquer you. They came here, Dwayne Wade, all praises Shamar. They came here to conquer you, so that the name of Israel be no more remembrance. What you think that means? They're going to totally remove everything about you. But they couldn't do it unless you actually did what? Help them. You gave them the what? You gave them the power to be able to uproot you. They didn't just come here strong to uproot you like they were strong. You gave them the power. And you're still giving them the power today. That's what you're doing. Let's go to Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. We're going to read verse 1 through 5. I'm going to show you that. I want y'all to keep in mind with that fire was kindled again. It was kindled again. What is that fire? Because remember last week, I told y'all, Jesus, when he went when he was hungry, he went on a pinnacle. He went through three to four different phases. And those 3 to 4 different phases was the phase of conquering so he could conquer you. Because Israel wasn't just on one level. Israel was on multiple levels. He needed to conquer you on every level. Not just on one level. So he had to go through these phases. And these phases was when they came over to watch you. They wrote things down. They understood your culture. You invited them in. They became guests in your tribe. And they realized the culture and the rituals and the things that you was going. They wrote it down. They was writing down your destruction. We invited everybody to the cookout, but now we can't get them away from the party. Now everybody say they Israel. And you the only one got to prove that you are Israel. And we don't see nothing wrong with that. Everybody say they're Indian, but you the one who got to prove you actually an Indian. A lot of people say they're indigenous to America, but you got to prove you the only one who have to prove this. But it don't alarm you. It don't alarm you. It don't. You just simply be a catalyst. You keep going and being a sheep. That's what you're doing. So Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, verse 1 through 5. Behold, the Creator, of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. The Creator's taking that away from Jerusalem and Judea. That's what he's doing. The mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50 and the honorable man and the counselor and the cunning artificer and the eloquent orator. And I will give children to be what? Their princes. He's going to give children to be their princes. And babes shall rule over them. I want you to pay attention to that. All these people that he named before he got to verse 4, he moving them out of the way, who got experience into many different areas in life. But they're not going to be the rulers. It's going to be the children or the ones that are ignorant or the ones that are immature. It's going to be your rulers. Those who the nation of Israel is going to be listening to. Immaturity, ignorance, no experience. People who's not even supposed to be sitting there. Those are the ones Israel will be following. Those are the ones Israel is going to be following. Verse 5. And the people shall be oppressed, everyone by another, and everyone by his neighbor, and the child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. Meaning the children ain't going to listen to the ones who got experience. The older people ain't going to matter no more. You see them old niggas, they ain't going to matter no more. Because you know why? Because them old niggas wasn't doing nothing for the young ones. Because them old niggas was trying to be able, they were trying to live their life and forgot about that they got a generation coming up behind them. So the way you see the children out today, this is part of your curse. This is part of your curse. This is why hell has enlarged itself. And the reason why hell enlarged itself is because the old niggas wasn't trying to figure it out. So the middle niggas, they was caught in between the old niggas in life that they living out today. So they knew how to treat and raise the young niggas. So now the young niggas are coming up. And the young niggas are strong and vibrant, and they are more heartier, and they ain't trying to listen to nothing because they see you ain't got nothing. What the hell I'm gonna listen to you for when you ain't did nothing for me? That's their attitudes. Notice them young niggas ain't going to church no more. Them young niggas in the streets now. Them young niggas hanging out. They going. They say, oh yeah, I'm an Israelite now. They all up in there, but they still got the gang mentality. They still got the street mentality. You see Israel. You see the Israelite camps fighting Israelite camps. IUIC fighting ISUPK and IUIC and fighting Sakari or whatever, all that BS. Still gang members. Because that's part of your curse. It's part of your curse, family. That's part of your curse. Verse 6. No, I said 1 through 5. 1 through 5. Okay. Let's go to Micah, the 7th chapter, verse 3. Micah, the 7th chapter, verse 3. Micah, the 7th chapter, verse 3. See, that's the thing, what I'm telling you. That's the reason why there's no respect in the house. The reason why there's no respect in the house is because you're under a curse. Because you just want to live. You wanted to live. You wanted to do this and do that in your life. You wanted to that's all you want to do. And now you done got old. You done got up in age and now you ain't got no respect. Them young niggas don't respect you no more. Because the middle-aged nigga didn't know what to do. Because the old niggas confused the middle-aged nigga who didn't never teach the young niggas nothing. So the whole bloodline is messed up. And we don't want to hold them old niggas accountable. It's all right to have respect for them. Because the Bible tells you to honor thy mother and thy father. That's your grandmother and your great grandmother. You honor them. But that don't mean you don't tell them the truth. You fucked up. And I understand you had a life and you wanted to live a life. But y'all did us a dishonor by not standing on who you are. Y'all let this thing rot to the bone. Blood came from the wood. The stones are now speaking. And I'm going to show you them. Remember what John the Baptist say? He is able to raise up the stones to be his people. And the Bible says, and I just read it to you, the stones are now speaking. I'm going to show it to you in a minute who them stones are. And them stones are them other nations. And y'all think it's a joke? Y'all think it's a joke? Micah the 7th chapter, verse 1-3. Woe is men, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruit and the grape and the grapelings in the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desire the first strip fruit. This is what the Creator said. His soul desired the what? The first strip fruit. The first one you pluck, that belongs to the Creator. Women, men, the first baby you birth belongs to the Creator. Everything first belongs to the Creator. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none uprightly among men. They all lie in wait for what? Blood. They hunt every man, his brother, with a net. Everybody's trying to get over on everybody's now. There's no righteous person no more. Everybody's looking for something that they can benefit from. There's nothing pure no more. And we'll say, well, because every day, no, stop. That don't mean you has to follow that trend. I understand sin is here, but that don't mean you need to follow it. We always supposed to be separate. We always supposed to be different. The Bible says make a difference between what is clean and unclean. But we still somehow keep staying in the midst of wickedness. And then we'll say, well, we can't do it right anyhow. Why you can't do it right? Why you not trying to do it right? Why you're not able to do it right? The Bible tells you to be ye perfect, for I'm perfect. He didn't tell you rather not if sin was there. He told you to try. But we'll make excuses, and see, when you make excuses, the devil sits there. I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. Let's keep going. Verse 3. That they may do evil with both hands earnestly. They purposely to do evil. They know they be doing it. They go to mindset. My hell enlarge itself every day. Every time you purposely do something, you literally put yourself in hell. You put yourself in hell. That they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asked, and the judge asked for a reward, and the great man, he uttereth his mischiefs, desires. So they wrap it up. You see? A lot of people take hold to the mischiefs. They don't do their research. They just sit there and listen to what these folks tell them. See, they need you. They need to live off your energy. And as they're living off your energy, you are considered dead. And now these folks rise in front of you and they get a whole new life. It's what they do. It's how the devil works. This is how the devil live. See, when he went above the firmament, when he ascended back up, where did he go? The devil. Where did he go? You say, oh, he's sitting at the right hand of God. But according to 2 Kings, the 19th chapter, verse 22, there's nothing sitting next to the creator. Everything stands on the right or the left, serving the creator. So why was it not Jesus sitting at his right hand in that vision? The the day in Isaiah, the day that Uzziah had died, Isaiah said there he saw the Lord sitting on his throne. He didn't say he saw somebody sitting next to him. When Israel came, when it was in the wilderness and they saw the throne, they saw the creator sitting on his throne in Exodus. They didn't say they saw somebody sitting next to him. But your excuse would be, oh, well, see, he haven't been glorified yet. Well, hell, that means he's not the son then. Because the creator came to visit the son. The creator told Pharaoh about his son. You see? This is the thing. What we have to really pay attention to. Let's go to Jeremiah. See, we sit here and we don't realize how these folks really got us. Jeremiah, the 9th chapter. Jeremiah, the 9th chapter, verse 1 through 3. Verse 1. On that my head were waters, my eyes and fountains, a fountain of tears, that I might weep day and night for the slain of the daughters of my people. Verse 2. On that I had in the wilderness a lodging place, wayfaring men, that I might leave my people and go from them, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. You see, Israel is not perfect. See, what is wayfaring men? What is a wayfaring man? A wayfaring man is a traveling man, somebody who's not stable. They constantly travel. You travel with no purpose, or you travel with wicked purpose. That's a wayfaring man. See, someone who travels. And they go from them. The creator said that I may go from them, for they be all adulterers and an assembly of treacherous men. Verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow for lies. See, they don't mind speaking lies. The creator said his people don't mind speaking lies. His people don't mind speaking lies. I want y'all to remember about that fire. He said his people don't mind speaking lies. But they are not violent for the truth upon the earth. See, what is that word violent? What is that? To be very brave or determined, especially when faced with difficulty or hopelessness situations. See, they don't have the stamina to stand on the truth, because see, they all want to fit in. They want to be a part of. They want to be in the midst of. He said, my people is not strong. He said, my people, they don't have that hope in them. See, because if the news don't tell you to have the hope, you ain't gonna have the hope. If these so-called clubs, these Israelite clubs don't tell you to have hope, you ain't gonna have no hope. If these organizations like the NAACP, the Urban League, the Action Network, or whatever, if they don't tell you to have no hope, you ain't gonna have no hope. If these politicians Don't get on TV to tell you to have hope. You're not going to have no hope, family. You don't have the stamina to be brave by yourself. You got to have a lot of people around you. You can't stand on your own. No. You can't do that. Now, you can't stand on your own because, see, you ain't brave like that. That's what scripture just told me. You're not brave to be on your own. You got to be around a bunch of people. And see, think about it. When you got to be around a bunch of people, how you raising your children? Huh? What you teaching your children? And then you get mad when they hang with a group that ain't no good. Look at what you taught them. Look how you brought them up. And then you wonder why your house, when you try to get the things together, things ain't together no more. Things can't be together no more. Things will never be together no more because you wasn't together. And now you trying to tell your child how to be together. Your child already know you full of it. You already know you full of it. They already know this. They already know this. You're full of it. Let's go to Isaiah, the 19th, the 9th chapter. You're full of it. And we wonder why. Isaiah, the 9th chapter, verse 19 through 21. And we wonder why we are in this position. Why we are in this position? Because you're full of it. People can persuade you at any moment of life. Before I get there, let's get into one video. I'm going to show it to you. This is fair use, fair use. This is not my material. This is for teaching purposes and educational purposes only. So fair use under the Copyright Act of 1976 of the 106 Copyright Act. So let's get into it. Let's get it. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Did I not pull this? I know I pulled this. Oh, boy. Oh, here it comes. So let's get into it. Fair use. And wait till it come through. Now this brother's channel right here, his brother's channel, he's very, I mean, he's political, but you know, if you look at certain things, his brother really gets into a lot of stuff. I know there's some things that I don't agree with, but this is the political channel, one of the political channels that I do watch. This is Officer Tatum. So fair use. So let's get into it. This is Officer Tatum. You ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala. Joy Reid loses it. Now we're going to talk about Joy Reid in a second. I want y'all to pay attention to this. Watch this. Let's go.
Link is in the description section. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Get notification anytime I go live, make a video. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I never thought I'd say or be the one to pit this person versus this person. But in an election where they're trying to play the race card, men, I implore you to step up and prevent this woman from becoming president. She ain't a good woman. She's not a qualified woman. She ain't like mama and them. This woman is crazy. And she is going to thrust and bludgeon the idea of woman over man all over the place. So I'm telling you, men, make sure you show up to vote to make sure that deranged fool don't become president. And I'm not trying to make this about male versus women. I think there's good qualified women that could probably run this country. I think that if we have a woman running the country, then men have failed. But that don't mean.
Now I want y'all to hear, I want y'all to let that soak in what the brother just said. If a woman runs this country, that means, men, you failed. Now I'm not into politics, but I'm just showing you because we're going to bring this back to the scriptures. The same thing like your household, men. If a woman is running your house, men, you failed. Not saying that the woman don't have no say in the house. She does. She orchestrates everything according to how you said it. But if she's orchestrating everything in the house and moving and controlling everything in the house, man, you failed. So we're looking at it on a variety of a broader picture. You say, well, what about Deborah? Deborah had a husband. The Bible just never spoke of him, but the Bible did mention of him. The Creator can use a woman. And this is not saying that the Creator don't use women, because the Creator used whom he choose. But don't think because when the Creator used a female that he's not using men no more. You better get that out of your mind. So let's go.
That the country will fail if a good qualified woman runs it. But that means that where the men at? God has called the men to lead. Men should be leading. And if men don't lead, then women have to step up and lead. And like I said, I think that a woman could probably go in and do a good job if she's a good woman. But I think that it's a failure on men's part that there's not enough good, qualified, strong men that can lead. Why do you?
Now, real quick, before he go any further, I'm going to show you a good woman. Tobit's wife was a good woman. Tobit's wife, she held down the house while Tobit was out there doing his thing. But the moment Tobit got sick and he got hurt, his wife stepped in his place. And they respected Tobit's wife because they know that she was coming in his place. It's not saying that a woman can't lead. But we have to keep it in perspective according to scripture. So when you see a female power struck, you got to be careful about that, because that's a rattlesnake. That's a rattlesnake. Let's go.
If she's a good woman, but I think that it's a failure on men's part that there's not enough good, qualified, strong men that can lead. Why do you say that, Brandon? Why can't just women just outright lead? It's because who was made first, Adam or Eve? Okay, we already know Adam was made first. Eve was made for Adam. Married folks, who's the leader of your household? The man. Then how in the world is the man the leader of your household, but he's not the leader of the country? He's supposedly leading his household, but you are usurping authority over him by leading the country. Now, like I said, I'm the type of person, I'm old school. I believe in that men's supposed to lead. Now, outside of that, Dum Dum McDum Dum, listen to her explanation of how we should be voting for Kamala Harris because of she black and she a woman and she represents the AARP or something. She said, I was like, what's an AARP or something? What?
Now, family, I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is Joy Reid. This is a woman that y'all, if y'all watch the news on MSNBC, she has a show on MSNBC, Joy Reid. This woman right here is an African. She's 100% African. Her people is from Congo, mother and father. She's from Congo. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this, because if she's from Congo, family, watch what she say. Everything that I done read so far in scripture came to pass because you, like I say, you brought everybody at the cookout. And everybody at the cookout, and now you don't know how to remove them. You don't know how to tell them party is over. And then even when you say party is over, they ain't gonna leave because they done became you. They done become you, family. So now let's listen to Joy Reid. Let's listen to this African woman. She's an African woman, and watch how she talk about you and your culture. Let's go.
What group that they didn't create it? But I want y'all to hear her out, just in case you was thinking that these people had common sense and that they should be believable, and you're thinking that there's people who are not deranged that are supporting this side of the fence. In case you were questioning, listen to this.
Hey, fam. Okay, I just got to say it.
Hey, fam, shut up.
I just got to say it. Given the just stratospheric entrance of Vice President Kamala Harris into the presidential campaign.
Stratospheric. What's stratospheric about lying about Joe Biden for all these years, lying to the American people about his status, him having to drop out because he's too old and senile? How's that stratospheric of an entrance? To me, that's an embarrassing entrance.
And she has now secured enough delegates to become the nominee. You're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color, but really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side. The door needs to close behind Amber. And she looked crazy over there.
She's talking about Amber Rose, a woman who came out and said she did her investigation into the Democrat Party. She realized they ain't done nothing for her and that the Republican Party has the answers. So now, if you ain't black, well, if you don't vote for Kamala, then you ain't black.
So in other words, before we get to Joe Biden's message, with Charlemagne at 2020 presidential race, the question, listen to what she said. You're gonna be on that side of the culture. What culture she's talking about, family? What culture is she talking about? What culture is she talking about? She's an African, family. But see, y'all done let all these people in, and now they say they're you. And now they sit there, now they can sit there and talk for you. They can advocate for you. They can now say they are you because you open that door for them. See, this is what it says when the Creator said he planted a vineyard and he was looking for grapes to come up, but he got wild grapes. And those wild grapes mean everything else come in. Everything came in except the things that he planted. And y'all, you wonder why we are in this position today we are? Just listen to this woman. She said you're going to be on that side of the culture and not actually in the culture that they got. Let's hear it again. Let's hear this African woman again. Let's go.
I'm the nominee. You're going to look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color, but really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're going to look real weird and real lonely on that side. The door needs to close behind Amber.
She said anybody who claims to have a part of that, being a part of that culture. She's talking about your culture, family. That's what she's talking about, your culture. Your culture. She ain't talking about nobody else's culture but yours. But let's go.
And she looked crazy over there.
She's talking about Amber Rose.
But but remember what the brother said. Amber Rose, when she was on the Republican platform, she sat there and said she did her homework. And she did the investigation. And she found out the things that she was following, family, was garbage. So you mean to tell me a person can't have a change of mind? A person can't have a change of mind. But this is what they want you. They want you to continue to keep following something that really is depredated against you. Amber say, no, I did my investigation. Remember, hell enlarges herself every day. What is hell? Mindset. It's a mindset. That's hell. But they tell you, oh, hell is when you die. No. You are dead when you don't do research. I'm talking about proper research. You are dead when you just be a sheep and you just follow what anybody tells you. You are in hell when you don't understand, know, and do the due diligence of reversing self. You just continue to keep following everything that everybody else or what society got going on. You in hell. You ain't waiting to go to hell when you die. You already in hell. You already in hell. This is the problem. Let's keep going. Let's go.
A woman who came out and said she did her investigation into the Democrat Party, she realized they ain't done nothing for her and that the Republican Party has the answers. So now, if you ain't black, well, if you don't vote for Kamala, then you ain't black.
I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
This is what they saying now. They bludgeon you to say that you can't have the right to make the freedom or have the freedom to make the choice of your own. They have to bring into question your humanity if you don't vote how they want you to vote. Amber Rose is in the culture more than she is. She ain't in the culture. She don't know. She ain't in no culture. You probably go look her up. She probably didn't grow up in a black neighborhood. And probably by default, she married a black man, which I feel for him every single day. I pray for that brother that he got to deal with this bald head fool. But anyway, let me finish. Let me let it play.
But shut the door behind her. You really are going to look crazy being on that side, given the cultural phenomenon.
Really?
Of Vice President Kamala Devi Harris. She's about to make history.
See, notice she said the cultural phenomenon. What is that cultural phenomenon? A woman heading a man. The woman is going to head. Notice, I want y'all to pay attention to this. America is the unique land. I want you to pay attention to that. Because every other place had a woman, pretty much, except this place. And why is it that when this place they trying to elect a woman, it fires back? It backfires on them. Why so? Because it's not the will. This is where the creator resides. And now you're talking about y'all wants to put a woman? And this is the cultural phenomenon? You hear it from her own mouth. Oh, we just getting started. You hear it from her own mouth. This is the monsters. The female who birth out these monsters. And what is the monsters? People come from other places, birthing their babies in your place, your house. And you accept them and you sit there and you culture them. You give them the culture of you. And now you nurture them to be you. And now they become you, but they don't have your values. That's the monster. And now you can't get them out your house. Now you don't even know what the hell to do. And now they all are speaking for you now. That's what they're doing. They speaking for you there to become you. And look at this woman. She's an actual African. And she's talking about the culture. And you are sitting there talking about, well, we Africans too, because my people came from Africa, and but she got paperwork of showing where the hell she come from. Show me yours. Show me your paperwork of your ancestors coming from Africa. Besides the story of roots or 7 years of slave stories. Or the Bible that you misinterpret scripture and you lying on the scripture talking about that's the transatlantic slave trade, which is Deuteronomy 28:68. They ain't talking about no transatlantic slave trade. But you have these lying camps telling you that's talking about the transatlantic slave trade because most of their people, notice they don't tell you to go back home. They just tell you to come join their group. And the reason why they will never tell you to go back home is because the only thing it's about them is them controlling you and you giving out your hard-earned equity or your income. That's all it's about. It ain't about nothing else. The moment you leave, they say, oh, you left the kingdom. What kingdom? The kingdom, the real kingdom is my god doggone house. And that's why I read to you earlier, don't put house to house and field to field. Don't do that. Lest there will be no way to move because you done gotten iniquity all put up in the places and now nothing can come and connect that's righteous. That's how hell enlarges itself every day. You don't do the research to know what's really taking place. You listen to fools like this. Let's go. Let her finish saying what she's saying because I don't want to obstruct what she's saying. And then they say, oh, yeah, what she said. let her say what she say. Let's go.
She's about to become the first woman president. She brings together the African American community, the AAPI community.
What is AAPI? Oh my God! What does that even mean?
So she gonna bring together you and the Asians. See, they saying she's you and an Asian. Her people, she's not even nowhere near you. Or her father's a Jamaican. Her father ain't he was born in Jamaica. But her father's father is an Asian. And his wife was an Hindustan. She was a dark Hindustan. Who's from India. And they birthed out of what? Dark-skinned baby. So for him being dark-skinned, that make him you. Okay, let's go.
Bruh. She gonna bring the Asian American Pacific Islanders together. What does that got? So now she Asian. Now she's Samoan. Like what are we even talking about?
Younger people. She is a whole meme, and I'm going to explain to y'all the coconut tree is a whole West Indian thing. She brings together all of the aspects of the culture. HBCUs. She's a Howard graduate.
How many black people you know went to HBCU?
And how many? Just because you went to a HBCU, that makes her black? Okay, you got to pay attention to these people who bring these degradations in front of you. I keep telling y'all that. Let's go.
How many prominent black people, if you had to do a percentage, how many prominent black people went to HBCUs? Okay.
The divine.
But the HBCU is a culture, right? It means you're part of the culture if you went to an HBCU.
You see that? They saying that they're part of your bloodline because they went to HBCU or because they're dark skinned or because they have some kind of connection that connects them to Kamala Harris. That makes them you. That makes them a part of your blood. See, this is what you fighting, family. You ain't fighting nothing else. You fighting people that is really attaching themselves to you. That's why it says that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, because everybody's going to be you. You're not going to be able to determine who the hell is Israel for real. Because everybody's at your cookout. Hell, when you put down the grill top, hell, now you see it Africans now, Hispanics, Asians, Russians. And now you're trying to figure out where these people come from. Where all these people come from? And instead of you checking it, you just raise the top back up and go back and finish cooking. And then by the time you put the food out, everybody that ate the food, and now when you're looking for something to eat, it's gone. What I mean by that? Everybody can get something from the government, but now when you ask for something from the government, hell, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. They tell you now we can't do nothing for specific people. But somehow Kamala Harris and Joe Biden gave the Asian hate crime bill. They gave the LGBT money. They gave these foreigners money. They gave them housing vouchers and all this rental assistance. But why they don't do that for their own people that pay taxes? But see, they don't tell you that. They're even giving those folks Social Security. But you got to jump through hoops to get it. And you paid into the system, but you can't even get it. They take you through hoops to get it. But these folks just come over here and fill out a piece of paper and they give them Social Security off the bat. But you don't see nothing wrong with that. Because you look at them like you looking at them like they are you. Because they got the same skin tone or you feel sorry for them. But when you go to their country, you don't get. Can I say it? Can I say it? You don't get shit. Let's go.
I personally don't know a single black person that went to a HBCU. I don't personally know none of them. My stepmom is an AKA, just like Kamala. Unfortunately, I wish that there wasn't even a connection there. But she didn't go to HBCU. Eddie didn't go to HBCU. My cousin went to Nebraska. I went to Arizona. My brother went to the University of Texas. None of us went to. We had 9 D1 football players on one team. Not one person went to a HBCU. Can I go down a list? Who do I know that went to a HBCU? I don't know none. Oh, but you can't be a part of culture. There was the smartest girls that went to our school didn't go to a HBCU. At Dunbar High School, all black school. One went to A&M, the other went to the University of Texas, which is the 2 black girls that I remember, Whitney and Amber. Don't know when nobody went to HBCU. All right.
9, she's an AKA.
How many AKAs went to HBCUs? Okay.
She is a woman of color extraordinaire. She would be the first person from HBCU, regular real world, to be president of the United States, in addition to being the first woman president, in addition to being the first black woman president, in addition.
See, notice she said black. Let's go.
To being the first AAPI president. She's bringing it all. And very importantly, she will be the first woman president after the fall of Roe v. Wade. A woman who brings women back to power after having our power stripped from us.
There you go. I'm going to let that sink. She's going to be the first woman in power after their power got stripped from them. I want you to think about that. I told you their job is to keep you in degradation. It ain't about righteous to them. It's about being in a degraded state. And if you think, I want you to think about it. The stuff that you see going on today, Kamala Harris, she endorsed it because she's a part of the administration. Y'all think she's separate from Joe Biden? No, that's Joe Biden's vice president. So all these illegals that's coming over here, you think she's going to stop it? You think she's going to shut the border down? These people coming over here to trot your land down. They don't care nothing about you. They just making sure that you don't ever get power back over yourself. That's what it's about. It ain't about you. I mean, it ain't about per se. Because let me tell you something. They talking about she's a black woman. There, like I told y'all at the beginning, Tupac said what? There will never be a black man as the president. He wasn't talking about a black man as black skin. He was talking about a so-called indigenous man. You will never see an indigenous man as an American president. You'll never see that. They'll give you somebody in skin tone, but they'll never give you somebody in blood. Because if they ever put an indigenous Negro in power, that means they power over. I want you to let that sink on you. All y'all talking about, we got a black woman, we got a black woman. That woman will never be you. They will never put somebody up there in the blood of you. These people will come around you to learn the culture like Barack Obama. He went all around. He didn't know nothing about you. He was raised by a Caucasian. Then he went up and joined Jeremiah Wright. Then he got up among the so-called Negroes in the black community just to learn you. Remember what I told you? These people came over here and we invited these people into our tribes. They wrote down notes about what we did, how we did it, who we were, and blah, 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 blah. They wrote things about you to study you so they can become you. But you ain't figured that shit out yet. And that's what Kamala did. She came around you to learn you. And she became you. Now she act like you. But she don't have no regards for you. But you don't like that because you like people spitting in your face. That's why she said, oh, my mom and dad marched for civil rights. What did Joe Biden say? Oh, I went and went into a theater and we integrated theater. And I marched with this and that. These folks lie. Because they know that's what you like to hear. You like to listen to lies. This is the devil. I'm showing you the devil in your face. And she's a part of the damn devil. She mad at Amber Rose for Amber Rose studying, learning, understanding. No. That's too much. I just want you to what? Follow. Stay dumb and just follow and listen to me. And she's a main host on MSNBC News. And y'all sit there and listen to a person like this. And she telling you about a culture that she not even connected to. By blood. See, that's what I keep telling y'all about these charts that these Israelite cults or these Israelite clubs be having on the corner. Talking about, oh, you black, you part of Judah. So any nigga who's black can come in now. Any joker who's a Native American can come in now. Latino, they can come in now. But when you go to your cookout, you don't see them. Unless they married into your blood. You don't just see them by default. But we don't accept that though. We don't accept that. We just follow. So let's finish. Let her finish out. Let's finish out. Let's go.
By 6 far right wingers on the Supreme Court, including one woman who turned on us. Baby.
Hold on, it's more. Hold on a second. It's just hard for me to listen to her say some of the stupidest things in the world. I don't want to forget what she said. She said stripped women of their rights. How does leaving abortion decisions up to the states stripping women of their rights? 2/3 of all abortions are performed from mail-out abortion pills. What, like 2/3? That means that they've sent it in the mail. What you don't even have to. You just take the pill. And she's saying that it is. They've had more abortions now that Roe v. Wade has been overturned than before. And there's no state in the union except for the trigger laws that have gone into effect and nobody's enforcing them.
My name is Lucy.
There's no state in the union that don't have exceptions for the life of the mother or rape or incest. Not one state in the entire union. And this is what they fear monger. How many of y'all women out there are like trying to have abortions? Like, is that people aren't worried about this? People worry about their bank account. People worry about the fact they will never be able to own a home. People worry about the fact that my paycheck don't go as far as it used to because gas is up, inflation is up, interest rates are too high. I go to the thing. My family members who are struggling can't get opportunities, can't get government assistance because illegals got government assistance. They defunded the police. Now we got a whole bunch of bad cops on the police department. They can't get good cops no more. And then cops that are good don't want to stay. They're understaffed. You call police and they ain't never coming. Sometimes they ain't coming. That's the world that's the country we want to live in. You got wars going on in the Middle East. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
This is a cultural moment. Don't be on the wrong side of history. Don't find yourself on that lonely side because you're going to look real crazy over there with Kid Rock.
See, she's telling you to follow the crowd. Follow the crowd. Don't be separate. Follow the crowd. That's what this is about. She wants you to be in hell, not doing no research, not understanding anything, but just listening to what they say. That's all they want. Remember, I told you, the devil has to eclipse you. When he eclipses your energy, you dies, he lives. And I know he lives, he lives, he lives. Oh, let me live my life like no, you know, y'all know that church song. That's what they're doing. This is what they're doing. And they're doing it right in front of your face. And most of you sit there and follow this foolishness. They want their power back. And how many of y'all willing to give it to them? We ain't talking about just politics. We talking about across the board. Because you think the presidency is all they want? That's why they want to take charge of their bodies. Because it's not about marriage, it's about them. I could go and have sex with a man. Then when I wake up the next day and me and him ain't together, hell, I want to get rid of the baby. See, I don't want to lose this good figure. See, I want enough men to what? Follow behind me. See? That's what I want. Let's go.
With Kid Rock. I look just good. Don't I look good? I look good over on this side. It ain't lonely at all. I don't even know a black person that's a liberal. I don't know black people that are liberals. I was in the store the other day. I think I just stopped by to get some Sierra Mist or something. I was to settle my stomach. My stomach was cutting up. I get a Sierra Mist, put the gas in the car. There's a Hispanic guy and a black guy behind the counter. I had on my Trump shirt, which is the one, I don't know what I did with it, which is the one that says fight, fight, fight. The Mexican dude say, see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I told you. And the other guy was like, nah, man, that don't mean nothing. It's just one person. So I hear him saying this. And then the Hispanic guy said, hey, bro, tell him that black people are voting for Trump now. And I said, yeah, I love Trump, man. I think a lot of black people vote for Trump. I don't know a black person that ain't voting for Trump. And the black guy was like, oh, really? Dang. Like, and he goes, see, I told you, bro. I told you people change it. And so just the idea that the Mexican guy is telling this black guy, look, bro, everybody going for Trump. And then he see a black guy with a Trump shirt on come in the store. Right after he told him that. Two girls that were young girls. I had a Biden shirt on that we sell that says Biden lies. So it's all his lies on there, but it's him eating ice cream. So you see Biden on the shirt. It was two young girls in there. I think one of them was in college, and one of them had to been like maybe high school or a freshman in college. And they were like, I know you're not voting for Joe Biden. I'm like, no. This is a shirt says Biden lies. This is not in support of Joe Biden. She's like, oh, I know, because I mean, it's two young girls in college age. I mean, you go around, man. Look, that fool, ain't nobody listening to fools like this. There ain't no way in the world I'll be like, man, I'm struggling financially, but it sure would be nice to have a woman be the president. And I'm going to keep struggling with that woman as president. But at least she a woman, and it ain't happening. Hope y'all don't fall for that. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
So you see what he said? You struggling paycheck wise, you inflation killing you. But you say, you know what? Now I ain't worrying about that. I just want a woman to be the president. Because that's all that matters, the woman being the president. This is what they want you to, this is what they want you to believe. This is what they want you to believe. Hey, shalom, she Caesar. Hey. Oh. This thing just jumped on like it's supposed to. Shalom, brother Shava. Shalom. Happy Shabbat, brother. Happy Shabbat to you. Good to see you. I'm gonna drop your thing off today, family. I'm gonna drop your certificate off today. So let me know what time I could be over there, or who I could drop it off to, and I'll be able to drop it. I'm gonna drop it off. Good to see you, man. Make sure you press that like and subscribe button, fam. Sister Joanne say, infiltrated from the inside out. People will agree with because of her skin color and not doing our research on those people will continue to destroy our people. Correct. That is true. And Brother Shava said, not in the black community. You have to think like all of them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You have to pretty much think like all of them. Because they don't infiltrate us, brother. And Brother Trey says some things with the immigrants crossing the border. Same thing with the immigrants crossing the border. That's correct. And this is the thing what I be trying to tell a lot of people. Now, watch this. Watch this. Let's go to the next video. Because see, y'all think she the only one. Okay, I get off at 7. All right, that's cool. Just hit me up and I'll swing it through. Or I just drop it off. When I get ready to leave out today. Let's look at this right here. I ain't gonna watch. We're not gonna watch this whole video today, but we're going to look at. Let me see this here. Yeah, right here. Let's look at this, and I'm gonna show y'all when these people right here, like I say, these people speaks for you. They speak for you. I just want to show this to you. So let's get into it. I'll show this to you because see, these people look just like you. They look just like you. And they are speaking for you, trying to be you. They move into your communities. They try to act like you. They done study you and it became you, but they ain't never let go of their culture. It reminds me of 2 Kings when the 10 tribes were taken from off their land and the people couldn't live on the land. The animals was attacking them, and what happened? They went back and got one of the Levitical priests that was over the 10. That was one of the 10 tribes that was over one of the tribes, and that Levitical priest taught the people how to live on the land. It taught them how to live on the land. But if you keep reading, guess what? They reverence the creator of Israel, but they always serve their gods. Go read the story for yourself. So let's get into it. Fair use. This is not my material. This is for teaching purposes and educational purposes only. This is under the Copyright Act of 1976-106, and this is for free speech only. So let's get into it. Fair use for your caboose. Let's get into it.
Oh, it's a turned up episode. 700 people in here. Subscribe. Smash the like button, share this video. I want everybody in here. We about to rock all the way out this whole episode. This is going to be a classic broadcast, and we're going to lay down the foundation, because we foundational Black Americans, of Kamala Harris, knowing damn well that she ain't getting the black vote in the Democratic plantation going all the way down. Let me show y'all this. Y'all seen all that stuff, right? Talking about save the election and win with Black women. Y'all tell me now. Who is this? Somebody right now. Somebody tell me. Does that give you foundational Black American vibes? Somebody right now tell me. Are you seeing a tether alert? I need to know where you are, what you standing on. Is a tether alert in your building? Does that look like a foundational Black American to you? I need to know. I need to know. Let me know. And if that is not a foundational Black American to you, then can somebody please tell me what part of the world, what phenotype are you seeing with this individual right here? Somebody talk to me right now while we live. Almost 800 people in here. Okay, I see. Okay, we got some Caribbean in here. Okay, I believe that. Okay, where are we talking? Somebody tell me. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, we gonna get to this. We gonna get to this, family. Oh, yeah. This right here is a foundational Black American Black Alpha Network exclusive, y'all. You're gonna see this here first, fam. I broke this last night, and now we gonna get to it. All of that win with Black women stuff, family, that is not at all a hashtag. That is an organization. That is Black Lives Matter 2.0. Yes, you have.
So listen to what the brother say. Win with Black women is an actual organization. Is Black Lives Matter 2.0. But they'll tell you it's a hashtag, and it's not. It's an actual organization. And this sister right here, she's a foreigner. But let's go.
Absolutely right. You absolutely right, Angelic. Definitely a tether. Come on. Let's keep family. We in here now. We in here because I'm going to show y'all some receipts on this individual. And the main thing you know when you come across one of these tethers, family, and what they doing now, they trying to scrub everything off the net. They don't want to show you where these people are from. Anytime you see these folks, because y'all know they never like talking about where they from. They never talk about what they do. They'd always skip over all of that, right? Okay. This right here, family, is the leader of Win with Black Women. Yes, that is. This individual right here, family, is somebody that has worked with the Obama administration, someone that worked with the Joe Biden administration, and somebody that has also worked with all types of African organizations and Palestinian organizations. That individual right there, y'all, is the same person that they say started the hashtag. And it's not just a hashtag, hell to the no. What it really is, y'all, that right there is a tether masquerading as a foundational Black American. The people have spoken.
I try to tell y'all they are masquerading as you. I was joking. He planted vineyards to bring up grapes, but now got wild grapes. And what is those wild grapes? It's those people that came in and they are masquerading themselves as you. So now they have enlarged hell around you. And you don't even realize you are calling good bad and bad good. You are calling sweet bitter and bitter sweet. You don't even realize, and you're getting everybody who's talking for you comes from foreigners. They are foreigners, family. And you're sitting there and you're following it. But let's go. We're going to watch the whole
thing. Everything y'all just said. The people have spoken. Everybody said it right there. I see it, y'all. I see y'all. Certified salute. Because I was like, yo, I found this out just recently. Because y'all remember what happened with Black Lives Matter, right? Y'all remember Black Lives Matter came around and they was running like they were some type of just hashtag. That's a hustle. We got to be very, very cautious of the hustle of hashtag, the organic hashtag, right? This is what they do. All right. They come around and they make things look like it's just organic. Everybody hashtagging and tweeting Win with Black Women. They think that's just some tag that came up for that Zoom call. Let me tell y'all, do y'all know that is an organization with an LLC, and that individual right there that we clearly has defined as a tether who is non-foundational Black American, that individual who works worldly with Jamaicans and Africans and Palestinians and everybody else, that individual right there that you just seen has been having that organization Win with Black Women for years. And they've been having Zoom calls because she's friends with Kamala Harris. She's friends with Angela Rye. She worked with the Obama administration. Just like Black Lives Matter had all these people who are on the other side of the fence talking like they were on our side of the fence. That's what you're seeing right absolutely there, y'all. This is Black Lives Matter 2.0. So let's go down the timeline. Kamala Harris is saying she's black again, just like 2020. You got these fake organizations that masquerade as hashtags, but in reality, what they really are LLC organizations taking your money and funding it to the Democrats. But this time, you got foundational Black Americans standing in the goddamn paint, holding it down.
So I want to kind of bring this to your point. It's what you have to understand is this right here. This what you have to understand. This right here is when you search this thing and you see this thing, they are masquerading as you, family. They are masquerading as you. They are raising money in favor or in as you and giving it to people who you probably don't even agree with. That's what they're doing. And we sit back and we just allow this stuff and we don't check the stuff at the door. We don't check the stuff at the door, family. We should get tired of people talking for us. Because guess what they're doing? They're making policies for you. They're talking to the people that's in power on your behalf. And you don't believe that. Let's go. Let's keep going.
About to go there, family. We gonna see y'all on this one. Let's go there. Let's rock. Let's break it all the way down. Certified salute to my big bro, Tariq Nasheed, because he said it best when he said this line right here. Where your family from?
Where's your family from? Where's your family from? Where's your family from?
Is that FBA, y'all? Hey, we going there. We going down the timeline. Talk to me. Where that from? Family, y'all know what we talk about when we talk about them Fleedmans. Y'all know when we talk about them Fleedman foreheads. Come on. What we saying, family? Let's go there if we gonna go there. Where your family from? Where is your... Now,
where's your family?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Where's your family?
Whoa. If that individual right there is an American freedman, I will walk to Brooklyn right now and hand out everybody money, and I'll walk all the way back to goddamn LA and hand out money out my pocket. I guarantee you that ain't no goddamn foundational Black American. No. But this is win with Black women, though, y'all. This is win with Black women. This is the Black Lives Matter of the 2024 election. Joe Biden had Black Lives Matter right when the election came. And Kamala has win with Black women, win with Black men soon as the election pops off. Here we go. Let's talk. Tell him, Tariq.
Where's your family from? Where's your family from? Where's your family from?
Come on. We got all the photos. Family, that is not an FBA. We know the lineage. We know the heritage, okay? Does that individual look like they from Houston? Tell me. Talk to me right now. Does that individual look like they from Harlem? Does that individual look like they from Little Rock? Does that individual look like they from Kansas City? Does that individual look like they from Oakland? Huh? Talk to me. Where we go? Does that individual look like they from any part of Alabama? Do they look like they from the great state of Georgia, my home? Do they look like they from Michigan or Illinois? Or does this person look completely like they on the other side? Somebody said jerk chicken. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Here we go. We ain't done. And family, that's her name right there. Joteka Edie. Remember that. Joteka Edie. Now, let me tell you, I'm not an old man, but damn it, I ain't met too many Joteka Edies that was of the lineage, fam. Nah, this is Black Outfit right now. Y'all screenshot all this. We breaking this news. Nobody knows this right now. This is straight here. All of you guys right here. We almost got 1,000 people in the chat in about 15 minutes. All of y'all, make sure you screenshot this. This is breaking news. This is what happens when we...
Joteka. That's not an American. Is Joteka with? Somebody look up Joteka and tell me where it come from. Joteka. Where do Joteka come from? What is the origin of Joteka before he bring it up? I want somebody to tell me where Joteka come from. Where do Joteka come from? If y'all like what y'all hearing today, press that like button. Please press that like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you press and subscribe to the channel. And if you like what you're hearing, press share and share it with your friends that you like somebody to hear this platform as well. That helps also the algorithm and it helps us get through the YouTube streets. All right, Joe Taker. Where do you hear the word Joe Taker from? Where do you hear that from? Wait, somebody type in Joe Taker and tell me where it come from. Other than that, let's keep going.
All tap in. And I'm talking about the whole certified black society. This is exclusive news. This is the exposure of that win with black women, win with black man hashtag that's been going around. We're not going to let Black Lives Matter happen again in this election. We put an end to it right here. One thing FBA does, in the words of the great Fred Sanford family, we going to pull out the bud nippers and we going to get to nipping some goddamn bud, okay? And Joe Taker Edie is going to go ahead and get that work. Yes. So somebody tell me right now, does that at all look like a foundational? Hell to the no.
Where's your family from? Where's your family from? Where's your family from?
Family, that person looked like they are at the NAACP of Ethiopia Awards. All right. That is the Ethiopian NAACP. All right. They are at the Emmy Awards in Somalia. That is the BET Awards of Nigeria. Somewhere in the jungle of Angola. But I tell you where you're not. You are not in the tropics of California. You're not in the tropics of Florida. You're not in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. You are not in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. You're not in the cities of New York, and you're not in the plains of the Midwest. You are not a foundational Black American. You are a tether, point blank. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. And look who she's holding up in that picture. Look who you see in that picture, y'all. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Who gets?
And if y'all don't know who she is, Ketanji Brown Jackson is a U.S. congressman. Okay, she's a U.S. congressman. Excuse me. Let's hear what he says.
What else she is? She's a non-foundational Black American.
But you look at her, you'll think she is a foundational Black American. You'll think she is indigenous, and she's not. Ketanji Brown Jackson is not indigenous, but you'll get confused by her name. A lot of these people adopt your name when they come over here. You can't find a Jackson in Africa. How about a Brown? How about a Smith? You can't find that in Africa. They come and adopt those names when they come here. But you think that, no, they got Smiths over there too. No, they don't. They don't even have a Smith in Europe. Let's go.
It only gets better on this side of the fence. We already got 1,000 people in here in 20 minutes. This is groundbreaking, record-breaking. The family has showed up. I love y'all with a passion. Let's represent. And I think I just seen Jacksonville in the building, so certified salute. Yeah, all day. Yeah, that's Wakanda right there. That's Wakanda, but it ain't Wisconsin. Okay? It ain't Wisconsin. It's Wakanda. But y'all know, FBA, we ain't done. We don't hide. We don't run. We out here. We on one. You know, a party ain't a party if we don't come. And we got 1,000 of us right here in the place, y'all. Foundationals done stepped in the building. We got more pictures. Yeah. Let's see more about Joe Taker. Joe Taker. Wait a minute. Is that Joe Taker with Sheila Jackson Lee? Wait a minute.
And Sheila Jackson Lee is another foreigner. She just passed. She just died. But she's another foreigner. She's another foreigner. You see? All these people are foreigners. Let's go.
Eyes are deceiving me. That cannot be her next to Sheila Jackson Lee, holding up a sign for Ketanji Brown Jackson, good friends with Kamala Harris, and work with Obama. What does Sheila Jackson Lee, Ketanji Brown Jackson, Kamala Colley Green Harris, and Barack Obama 1.0 all have in common? They all have in common, y'all, that they are all non-FBA freedmen cosplayers who have all been sponsored by the Democratic establishment to undercut us. I said it a long time ago. I'll say it again. Birds of a tether flock together. Where your family from? Proceed. Oh, wait a minute. Is that her right there liking pictures of the color purple, the new color purple, the color purple that flopped because foundational Black American brothers and sisters are not going with the gender war? Wait a goddamn minute. My eyes deceive me again. I'm just saying, it's tether energy, so don't be mad when we call it out. There you see, look right up here. She liked that comment. Mrs. Jotaka Edie. Jotaka Edie.
And I want to say this too. The reason why he called her collard greens Kamala is because she said she liked to cook collard greens in the tub. So that's not our words. That's her words. Those are Kamala Harris' words. We're going to see that on next week. We're going to see. She actually said that on video. So she liked to wash her collard greens in the tub, and she liked to cook them in the tub. So you'll see the video next week. Let's go.
This individual, she sat there and she liked the comment about color purple when we weren't rocking with it. I wonder why. Maybe she's trying to undermine us with the movies, same way she tried to undermine us with Sheila Jackson Lee, and now with Black Girls Win. Keep it moving. And look at that right there, y'all. No Wikipedia. Wait a minute now. No Wikipedia. I know rappers that have Wikipedias, and these guys' albums went double wood. How you put out an album that went plastic and you got a Wikipedia? How you got an album that came out and went aluminum foil and you got a Wikipedia? This individual doesn't have an actual Wikipedia? Whoa, look like you hiding something from FBA. Looks like you don't want to tell us where is your family from, Joe Taker. Now you're going to have to go ahead and take your ass to the front line and deal with this FBA work. Certified salute, family. Yeah, this is what we do. We got 1.1 in here already, man. Certified salute. Y'all smash that like button. The receipts is about to pile in, family. That's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? That's certified foundational Black Americans right here on Tuesday at 8 o'clock that meet here, and we be breaking this down and exposing her in the light. That's what she didn't know. But now she's finding out the hard way. The same way that the Democratic establishment is going to find out that we ain't rocking with Kamala the cop. Tethers stick together, fam. And by the way, certified salute again, because I received another message. There you go. And I appreciate the individual who sent this to me. Joe, take a surname. Check this out. Most common surname in the world. Approximately 5 people bear this name. Most prevalent in India and highest density, Nigeria.
She's an African family. And you will look at her and say, oh, she's my people. And she's not your people. She's not your people. Now we're going to stop it right here. We're going to stop the video right here. We're going to pick up some more next week. Because this is what a lot of people don't understand. Trey said the Joteca tales depict stories related to the Guatemala Buddha. Okay. But that lets you know that it's still a foreign name. It's still a foreign name. Go ahead.
On one of her posts, it says that she's embracing diversity and driving success, a proud Latino innovator, global sales expert. She's also a Delta.
Yeah, okay. There you go. So she's driving diversity. So she's not for the bloodline. See, they have to tear your bloodline up. See, this is how they win. This is how they win. This is how they keep you in hell. Because they got you following who? Them. You don't do your research on none of these people. None of these people. You just see them on TV and you think that, well, the TV vetted them, so they got to be somebody. You don't know where these people come from. She's a sorority member. She's a sorority member. And these people who you got faith in are part of this sorority. And this is the problem. So let's get back into the scriptures real quick, and I'm not going to be that much longer. Let's get back into the scriptures. We in Isaiah, the 9th chapter, verse 19 through 21. Isaiah, the 9th chapter, verse 19 through 21. I'm gonna go ahead. You got it? Or I'm gonna go ahead and read it. I can read it I can read it. All right. Through the wrath of the Creator of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of fire. See, the wrath of the Creator, the people is going to be the fuel of fire. I told y'all to remember about that fire, because I'm gonna tell you what that fire is in a minute. Scripture gonna tell you, and I ain't gonna tell you. Scripture gonna tell you what that fire is. So, in the midst of the Creator's judgment, through the wrath of the creators of hosts, is the land darkened, and the people shall be the fuel of fire. No man shall spare his brother. Now, I want you to pay attention to that. No man is going to spare his brother. What does that mean? So you mean in the midst of the creator's judgment, the people are going to be the fuel of fire, and no man is going to spare his brother? So are we burning? Are we burning up? What's taking place? Huh? Killing? What else taking place? I want you to look at the verse real careful. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. What it means when the land go dark?
It's being destroyed.
How?
Dying.
How? Filth and wickedness. Filth and wickedness is happening. The Creator is bringing judgment. See, y'all looking at judgment, the ultimate judgment, when the Creator shows up and all this is destroyed. That ain't what's taking place now. Judgment is taking place, but filth and wickedness has done alleviated itself out open. There's no shame no more. There's nothing hidden no more.
Because once upon a
Go ahead.
Raping, homosexual activity, everything, pretty much like purge.
Correct. Go ahead.
I was going to say, once upon a time, it was that like you were saying about homosexuality, you know, all these different things that people will do, they will hide it, but it's not a secret. It's like they're more boastful about it now, and they don't care.
They feel free, like they're free.
Yes, they're free with it. They don't care. They're free.
They're disrespectful with it.
Correct. They're flamboyant. What they call it, flamboyant.
They're flamboyant.
They're flamboyant
and
with it.
Worst thing that the pride or LGBT, whatever they're called, they took the symbol of the rainbow as the promise from, Noah. They took that symbol as their own.
Correct.
And I think that that's just blasphemy.
Well, their job is to take it away. Everything that belongs to the Creator that was a promise to you is to take it away and make it their promise.
It's always somebody coming around that's taking you away from what you need to be doing for real. And you know in your mind that what you're doing, if you follow these folk, it's not going to add up in your life. So everything that you're trying to do to get close to Creator is something always going to come with default and try to take you away. So they bluntly out with this in your face. Look, no, it just rudely. Now you got more police in surrounding you. Like it's like it's pressure on you. And it's only in one particular area of this whole part of this globe we stay at. And there's nowhere else but inside one community of people. And it's like, it's the most anticipated, I guess you said, agony pressure point into somebody's life. Like,
correct.
They're invading my privacy for no reason.
But they have to do that. And the reason why they have to invade your privacy is because they have to make you them and destroy you. Right. They have to bring control to destroy you. They can't destroy you if you're not under their control. So think about it. Trayvon says it's becoming corrupt. Yes, it's becoming corrupt. So that's when the world is darkened. Wickedness is all over the place. And notice what it says, and the people shall be the fuel of fire. What it means, the people going to be the fuel of fire? Does it mean that they're going to be fire?
It means that they're contributing to the destruction of this world.
They're contributing to the destruction of the world. They're participating. Remember, hell is enlarging in itself. The mind. You don't have no faults. You're simply following. You're simply obeying. You don't do no research.
It's almost like our people have given up because it's like you're not standing up for for what you know is right. You're just following along, just following to the beat of everybody else's tune.
Correct. And that's the reason why when Joe Biden stepped down and Kamala Harris came up, the niggas, a lot of the niggas started coming back. Oh, like they started looking like a military. I'm like, they rushed me and ran me over.
All three of them in the same.
It's the same administration.
Yeah, like
it's the same policy. You ain't getting nobody new.
Yeah. It's still the same crew.
It's still the same crew.
It was joyful about more punishment on your side.
People, these niggas are happy for more punishment because she gonna put that shit on you. Because look at her record in California. And you think she ran away from that? No, she running away just to be in that White House. And then what she gonna do? She gonna put the policies federally on you. Go ahead, what you got?
I was gonna say that Stockholm syndrome is true. That thing is, it's like how it says nothing new under the sun. So what happened back then is still foreseen now, even worse.
That's right.
Like they practice this whole set by the Jesus thing that it really worked. It's working.
This thing ain't working.
I'm saying for people that actually believe that he put, like you say, he's in the wilderness and he's actually telling lies to himself and going on these lies, and people accepting him. So now they're accepting these deep people that's in front of them, but it's still the same old thing. Look at it.
Same old thing. Jesus, he practiced the lies in front of himself in the wilderness, and now these people practicing the lies actually on you.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it's working. It's working. They don't have to do the head fake no more. They can just tell you to just go ahead and do it, and they ain't got to do no trick play.
They don't even show commercial about birth control or condoms no more.
No, nothing. So let's keep going. So it says that they're going to be the fuel of fire, and no man shall spare his brother. What it means that no man gonna spare his brother, because every man gonna be trying to look to pull you in. They're gonna be wanting you to follow them. They're gonna want you to participate. They're gonna want you to do what? To actually they want you to actually come along with it. Verse 20. That's why the brother say, he say, what Joy Reid say, you're going to be over there by yourself. And the brother said, well, I ain't over here by myself. I'm good. I'm good. See, I'm good. What you got?
I was going to read Proverbs 22:6.
What you got?
When it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. But the thing is, look what society is training their children up into now, to accept homosexuality, to accept being a drag queen or whatever. So you're teaching your children to accept things that are against what the Creator has put out there for us. So what do we expect is going to happen?
They expect, well, according to them, in Jesus' name, you shall be free. If you ain't gonna be free, you ain't free. You in hell. Jesus put you in hell. You put yourself in hell because Jesus never told you he was Christ. He could never come out of his mind and tell you he was Christ. But you believe he's Christ because they told you he's Christ. But Jesus himself in the Bible never told you he was Christ. When the Jews came to him in John 1:20 and 20 through 22, Jesus never said he was Christ. When they told him, tell us plainly, are you Christ? He said, no. Look at my shirt. Look at me pop my collar. Look at the holes in my jeans. Look at me walking backwards. Then look at me spin around like a top.
Multiple times.
Yes. And then John sent his disciples to him. Are you the one, or shall we look for another one? What he told him? Look at me pop my collar. Look at the holes in my jeans. Look at me walking backwards. Look at me flip around like a top. Then it didn't stop there. He asked his disciples who people say I am. And everybody said this, and this, and this. He said, okay, that's the word on the street, but who y'all say I am? And only Peter said, you the Christ. And he said, yeah. Only my Father in heaven could have told you that. So upon your word, I'm going to build my church. Notice ain't no other disciples said, yeah, he is the Christ. Them niggas were quiet. That speaks volumes. Go ahead.
And a lot of times, sometimes it only takes one. And from that one thing, you got people that's just jumping on board. So just because the person that they're putting up there for the Democratic Party supposedly supposed to have look like us, we're just jumping on that. So it's almost like if you, just like we were saying, it's the same administration. So what makes you think it's going to be anything different? So how do we accept and fight for something that's not right where you see the writings on the wall? So what is going to become of the next generation that's growing up?
It's going to get worse. You're in trouble because when I say them old niggas didn't teach the middle niggas, and the middle niggas can't teach the young niggas, and the young niggas can't teach the extra young niggas. It's in trouble. That's why these young people, they killing themselves. And it's being worse. It's worse. Because they don't even realize they done been eclipsed.
They pop all drugs like they running away from something they can't even man up to because they're chasing after nothing that has no value. So they become junkies and they kill themselves just for quick fix because they're running from reality.
They're running from reality. They don't even realize they don't become the fuel of fire.
They see it.
And they're blaming all that on mental illness. But the mental illness is because their parents or whoever's raising and teaching them are not being truthful to them.
That's true.
So it's like when they finally get a grasp of reality, they cannot, or they don't know how to, what's the word? They don't know how to control it, or they don't know how to deal with it. So it's like they're doing suicide, or, that part of that mental illness is how they're warned against themselves because they don't know how to fight.
That's true. And that's, watch this. And it says, and he shall not spare his brother. Verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand and not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. Does it mean that they're gonna eat themselves? No. What I mean?
Probably want to have sex with his wife.
Speak that in the microphone. Speak that in the microphone. Speak that in the microphone. I meant to have the other microphone plug up. Go ahead. What you got?
Having sex with your wife, violating your privacy. It could be multiple disrespectful matters in it. It's definitely gonna be no honor, respect. It's gonna be something about taking don't belong to you, lustful desires, and everything else that come along with the darkness.
That's right. Everything else that comes along with the darkness, you're going to actually see people doing it. That's something now.
They're gonna be a danger because everything gonna be disposed.
That's right. It's not going to be shame about it no more. There's going to be no more shame. And watch this, verse 21. Manasseh, Ephraim, Manasseh, and they together shall be against Judah. Do y'all see that? Israel gonna be against Israel. For all things is anger. For all things, for all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. The Creator still gonna be there, but Israel gonna be fighting Israel. Y'all see that? Israel gonna be fighting Israel. And y'all see that? I hope y'all see that. Israel is gonna be fighting Israel.
But one piece you left in it, though, he's still gonna have a stretched out hand.
He's still gonna be asking Israel to come back.
You still have that horn being blown. So It's either you can still get caught up with that Israel on Israel, or you can go ahead and go to the hand.
Going to the hand for mercy.
That's right. That's all that matters. His mercy. His do it forever.
That's right. His mercy still gonna be stretched out for you. Let's grab a couple more scriptures and I'm gonna show one more video and we're gonna be done. Let's go to Isaiah 1 and 31. Isaiah, the first chapter, and let's stretch all the way down to 31. Isaiah, the first chapter, verse 31. If y'all liking what y'all hear, make sure y'all press that like and subscribe button. And make sure y'all also, if you like it and you want someone else to hear this podcast, make sure y'all share this podcast to allow others to know that we are here. And we are actually pushing the actual true gospel, the true laws of the Creator. Isaiah 1 and 31. What you got? 1 and 31. I go ahead and read it. And the strong shall be as a toe, and the maker of it as a spark, and they both burn together, and none shall quench them. Okay, none shall quench them. If I could go back up to verse, if I could go back up to verse, let's go back up to verse 25 and read down. And I will turn my hand upon thee and purely purge away thy dross and take away all thy tin. And I will restore the judges as the first and thy counselors as the beginning. Afterwards, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful the faithful city. Verse 27, Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. They're gonna be converts that actually be saved as well. You see that? That's not all Israel. There are gonna be people who actually convert to the laws. That's the other nations. They're gonna be saved. So we can't just sit there and think that all Israel gonna be saved. No, the other nations gonna be saved too. How do you get Micah the 4th chapter? All the nations all the other people gonna walk up to the mountain of the Creator. Who is them? If everybody gonna be destroyed except Israel. That's right. His name will be heard. So let's keep going. Verse 28. And the destruction of the transgressors, the destruction of the transgressors. That's gonna be a lot of the Israelites too. They are transgressors. The destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together. See? The transgressors and the sinners gonna be together. They're gonna be destroyed together. And they that forsake the Creator shall be consumed. Verse 29, and they shall be ashamed of the oaks which you have desire, and ye shall be confounded for the gardens that they have chosen. Remember the Creator planted that vineyard? But see, all Israel didn't choose that vineyard. They chose to bring other people in, and they chose to go outside of their own vineyard. So the ones that's on the outside is going to be destroyed because they don't belong outside. They belong inside. You see that? Y'all hear that? Y'all believe that? You understand that? For you shall be as an oak whose leaf faded, and as a garden that has no water. And the strong shall be as tow, and the maker shall be a spark, and they shall both burn together, and none shall quench them. They talk about the sinner and the transgressor. Nothing's going to stop that. Nothing's going to stop the fire. Nothing when the Creator began to bring his judgment.
I think even if you bring a judgment, they still ain't going to quench their fire. I think they're going to continue still that the way it is.
Hey.
Gotta get that last rush off.
You got to get that last rush, right?
Yeah, you know how they go. They're dying anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna die anyhow. So they're gonna try to get that last rush off. Let's go to Let's go to Isaiah 10 and 6.
It says, I will send him against an hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath. Will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to trend them down like the mirror of the streets?
Now now what is he talking about? Let's go back up to verse 1. Let's start at verse 1 and let's read.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will ye do in the day of visitation and in the desolation which shall come from far? To whom will ye flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Without me, they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff of their hand is my indignation.
Go ahead. Verse 6.
I will send him against a hypocritical nation and against the people of my wrath. Will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to trend them down like the mirror of the streets.
Tread them down like the mirror of the streets. So the creator said he's going to give the nations the charge, the Syrians, the nation the charge to come in and tread down Israel like the streets. Meaning you're not going to have no power over these nations. You're not going to have no power. Now, this is the last video right here. Fair use, fair use. Check this sister out. I want y'all to listen to this sister very closely because she's going to bring she's going to bring the fire to the people. Check it out. Fair use, fair use. This is under the 1976 Copyright Act of 1976 Copyright Act of 106. Fair use, fair use. This is for educational and teaching purposes only. I claim no rights to this video. I'm just sharing it for purposes of education only and for conversation. So fair use, family. Let's go. And it's fair use under the freedom of speech. Let's go.
Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.
Know that Kamala is a token? Do you know that nobody wanted to endorse her? Not even Obama wanted to endorse her because she's incompetent. Nobody wanted her in the position, but they did it because she was black. That's an insult.
It is.
That means you're not intelligent enough. That means you're not quick enough. That means you're not smart enough. That means you're not even equipped. You're just black. And it works. And I know.
Notice she said it works. It works. They put people in position because they know it's going to galvanize you. Because you love tokenism. You love symbolism. They do things just to keep you in hell. Now, before I go further with this video, somebody go to the Apocrypha and pull up the book of Judith, the 5th chapter, verse 20 and 21. It works. The Apocrypha, the book of Judith. The book of Judith, the 5th chapter. It works. I'll pull up for you. Verse 20 and 21.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
So if you don't sin and you, excuse me, you follow the law, then the creator fights for you. But if you stay within sin, then your enemy conquers you. It's just that simple. If you follow the law and you are sincere with following the law, the creator fights for you. But if you don't follow the law and you follow what these people tell you and the system of how they set it up, then you be conquered. It's just that simple. There is no law where I'm cursed. You see what I'm saying? The curse is because I chose to leave my vineyard, or I invited other people in my vineyard that's not me. Now they can't, now they're not leaving. Now they're having babies all around you, and now they're claiming to be you. That's my curse. People got to convert to you, not you convert to them. But they came in your house and they made you convert. They made you convert in your house to them. But let's go. And notice what she said. This thing is working. She said, this thing is working. Let's go.
Quick enough. That means you're not smart enough. That means you're not even equipped. You're just black. And it works. And I know that I have been laying low politically because, again, I've been indicted. Understand something. I've been indicted by the Biden administration.
Wait, who is this lady? Because I just ran across this video out here on the internet, but I didn't catch her name. And what has she being indicted for? Oh, man.
Black woman for standing against the murder of innocent children, including and especially because they take up the biggest margin, Black babies, okay? So now Biden has stepped down, right? And I have been laying.
So she's been standing up for Black babies. The women who's going to these abortion clinics, killing their babies, and she been out there protesting against it. And they indicted her for that. You see? And this is Kamala. Kamala's a part of this administration. So let's go. Let's finish it up so we can get on out of here. Let's go.
Low. I've been laying low. I've been like, listen, I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to just live my life. I'm in Vegas. I'm about to go to the buffet. I'm just trying to eat. I'm trying to be at Sphere. And I'm trying to be at Flyover Vegas, enjoying my little life with my husband before sentencing. But I have to say something. Let me explain something to you. And I'm speaking to the Black community. I have to. I'm speaking to the Black community, and I'm going to keep it a buck. If you, in your heart, feel like, oh, they're going to put up Kamala, I'm going to vote for Kamala, you are telling me how ignorant you are when it comes to politics, not as a person, because just because you are ignorant according to politics doesn't mean you're an ignorant person, but you are very ignorant according to politics. And
I would agree with that. Ignorant just means that you don't know. We don't say that to denigrate you guys. It just means that you just don't know.
Tell you why. And a lot of people can get offended, but I don't care. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? Kamala, number one, has never been for the Black community. I want you to understand something. Kamala has played a part, just like Joe Biden, in persecuting and putting African-American people in jail by the droves.
But see, a lot of people tries to overlook that. When it came to Joe Biden, you tell them, hey, Joe Biden made a 93 crime bill. Oh, that was way back then. This is not. He changed. But if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. How you changed? But this is what we do. This is the reason why the creator's vineyard, he was looking for grapes, but he got wild grapes. Where did them wild grapes come from? When he was doing agriculture in his vineyard. Where did the wild grape seed come from? You let them in. Let's go.
Droves.
That's why she's in the position that she's in, because she just keeps on with the status quo. That is who the Democrat Party is and who they've always been. It's just so unfortunate that there are so many people out there that don't know, or they won't believe it, or they believe the lie that the party switched somewhere down the line or a long time ago, which is the furthest thing from the truth as well.
Okay, when it comes to drug crime, she has treated drug crime as if it was murder. Okay, and then on top of that, let me explain something to you. The only reason why Kamala is a vice president in the first place is because she's black. It is not because she is qualified.
Now to justify that, when Joe Biden was told by P. Diddy, Charlamagne the God, and other people like Jay-Z and all them, they wrote a letter to Joe Biden and saying that if you want the black vote, you need to pick a black woman. And they gave him a list of black women, and he picked Kamala Harris. and some of those black women that was on there was 100% black women. But he chose Kamala Harris. He wasn't going to pick nobody of you.
He picked her because he knew her true nationality.
Correct. He's not going to pick somebody like you. But let's go. Let's finish it up.
It is not because she is competent. It is because she's black. Now, why should you be offended? You would think, oh, well, yeah, we black people. We supposed to support our black folk. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me explain something to you. You should be offended beyond rapport because of the fact that somebody is willing to put someone in a seat for their color, even when they're not qualified to do a favor for you. Let me explain to you how the last 4 years have went. Up 3, coming into this 4. Let me explain something to you. So for the first three years, Kamala has not cared about the black community, okay? Kamala and Biden have been doing everything in their power to support illegal immigrants. They have been coming in this country. They getting your benefits. They putting their kids, these illegal immigrants are going into your kids' schools. They in the hood. They're taking over. You're no longer relevant. They're taking over, okay? But then on top of that, okay, they're giving them money. They're giving them credit cards. I mean, they're booking them, taking them. You got immigrants coming straight out of Mexico living better than you did, and your ancestors done built this country up. Boo. Let me explain something to you. That's how valuable you are to the Democrat community, okay? But now, boom, year 4. It's election time. Y'all, we ain't really did nothing for these niggas. I guess we got to do something.
So notice, real quick, notice she said that your ancestors built this up, but everybody coming to live on it. I told you that. I told you. They coming to gravitate to the resources. They don't give a damn about you. They don't care nothing about this land. They want the resources from it. Notice the Mexicans, if Africa is so rich, of the richest country, the continent in the world, why ain't nobody going that? You don't see the Mexicans getting on no goddamn boat going across there. They traveling all the way from the bottom of South America, all the way through South America, Central America, to get their behinds right here. Ain't nobody getting on no goddamn boat going to Africa talking about, show me the resource, give me the resource, give me the resource. Them folks come in here and they know where to go at your community. But you don't believe that. Let's go.
Let's call up Kirk Franklin, and he comes to the White House. Kirk Franklin went on that stage with them tight shorts or tight suit and that extra low button top that he wears on stage. And he danced, and he got a check. And that was for you. They pay him to please you. That's how important you are. When Hillary wants to campaign, she don't actually focus on issues in the black community that are needed. She says, oh, I got hot sauce in my bag, boo. Are you pandering to us? Is it working? Oh, y'all forget. Your memory is terrible. Y'all forget.
Yep, your memory, you got a small way of thinking or way you think. You don't remember when she said that. Or is it working?
She said, "Is it working?" That's how valuable you are.
He said, "No, she has to go."
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
See, they try to say all black folks just carry hot sauce and eat with hot sauce. I don't eat with hot sauce. I don't like fried food. But that's one of the things that they done pin on you, saying that, oh, you eat watermelon, hot sauce, and all this other crap. Roy, what you got? Stereotyping. Let's go.
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now,
yes.
listen, I just want you to know people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Best to get your.
See, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? Is it working?
Us.
Really?
Yes.
Now, listen, I just want you to know people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people.
Okay. Is it working?
Best to get your vote. She don't even have to work and put the agenda in and start to show proof to get your vote. Black woman, black man, you so special to be black. You so special to be black that you don't even get no benefits for it. We'll just put Kirk Franklin and let him dance for the day. That'll do. Oh, the Mexicans, we're going to invest in them. We're going to have them come from the border. We're going to do everything in our power for them. But for you niggas over there, y'all good. Let me explain something to you. Y'all don't understand the amount of racism that you co-sign. You look crazy. These people see you as animals and dogs. They tell you it's raining and are pissing on your head.
And she said you co-sign for it. You co-sign for your own destruction. You co-sign. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Good. Let me explain something to you. Y'all don't understand the amount of racism that you co-sign. You look crazy. These people see you as animals and dogs. They tell you it's raining and are pissing on your head. And you sit there and you let them. And it blows my mind. Okay? Blows my mind. Let me explain something to you. I have never in my life dealt with racism. People are like, oh, technically it's systematic. Systematic racism means it's supposed to be racism there in the system, but you can't see it because it's so intertwined in the system. Let me explain something to you. I did not experience racism until the day Joe Biden used Letitia James, a black attorney general, along with Damian Williams, a black FBI head of FBI agency, and they indicted me for standing against the abortion murder.
Notice what she said. People that look like her. Not folks, but people that look like her. Say it again.
I did not experience racism until the day Joe Biden used Letitia James, a black attorney general, along with Damian Williams, a black FBI head of FBI agency, and they indicted me for standing against the abortion murder of black kids. Do you know the agent that they used to investigate me was a black man? He has an African name. Do you know that they used their tokens to go after black people that got out of line? They used the guys in the house in line cleaning the bathroom to get the ones out on the field trying to wake people up to know that this is slavery and this is bondage. Do you know that? Do you know that Kamala is a token? Do you know that nobody wanted to endorse her? Not even Obama wanted to endorse her because she's incompetent. Nobody wanted her in the position, but they did it because she was black. That's an insult. That means you're not intelligent enough. That means you're not quick enough. That means you're not smart enough. That means you're not even equipped. You're just black. And it works. And no, it's not benefiting the entire black community. No, let's just put a token in. Because that's enough for them. They'll struggle to the end as long as they can look up at that token for the rest of their life. How? Listen, I promise you I wasn't going to say nothing. That's DoorDash right there. I wasn't going to say nothing. But you might have to go to the front. I think your food is there. In a second. They dropping it off at the lobby. Let me say something to you. I am so tired of the Black community and y'all low standards.
Mm.
The standards are so low. You are so low in your standards, that even in your vote, that we are looked at as a joke.
Why do you think she said that Black folks have we have a low standard? Why is that?
Because we're accepting anything. As much racial things that has been said, whether it's been said on the slide, whether it's been said within a speech that's been given, we're still supporting this. We're not standing up for ourselves. And the people that's in position don't care anything about us because it's all about them.
Correct. We have low standards. Meaning we'll support people but don't ask for nothing back. And we think that's righteous. We think that's good.
And then for those who look like us who are asking for stuff, then we fight against them and call them sellouts.
They're not sellouts. They really doing what they're supposed to do. Get it.
Right. So how is that? You'll sit there and you'll support people who don't respect you, but you won't fight for what you supposed to have. And then when somebody does fight for it, then you got a problem with them or anybody who's supporting that.
When you put your crown down and somebody pick it up, you can't get mad when they wear it. Let's go. Let's finish it up.
Understand other communities are coming in and laughing at us. You have Russians and Ukrainians and people from all these different countries coming in. They're getting trade jobs. They're starting businesses. They're buying houses on the block. They've been here for 10 years and we're scrambling to the top. And yet we don't stand for it when it really matters. We just want to see somebody that look like us and we good. Oh, she look like us. That works. That's your standard? That works? Oh, she look like me. She's Black. First of all, she's not, but I ain't even gonna go there with you. For your sake.
I'm glad she said it because you guys probably don't recall, but when she first got into the Senate, she was calling herself Indian and she was part of the quote unquote first or, that first wave of Indian people to be in Congress or to be in the Senate. That's what she was saying. She is whatever they need her to be when the time is convenient. And the fact that yesterday there was a report that said that they had a Zoom call with 40,000 Black women that joined this call. They raised about $1.5 million on this call. And you have sisters that are getting behind this party. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that that's the case, but it saddens me that that is the case because these women are selling out their own communities for identity politics just to say we had a Black woman as president. It is sickening. They know this lady's not going to do anything for the Black community. They know this lady is going to be a full-fledged detriment to the American people in general. She out of her own mouth has said, I don't have any intent on doing anything for Black people because there's no connection there. And I'm not even one that says that a politician needs to do something specifically for one group of people. I'm not even one that believes in that type of stuff. But here it is. You have people that are willing to donate money and they're willing to get behind a person who has shown themselves to be against you and shown themselves to be a detriment to your community. Go look at her record out in California. Just go look at it. This sister right here, man, is dropping bars.
For your peace and comfort, yeah, she's Black. But guess what? She don't give a damn about you.
Nope.
She don't give a damn about you. She didn't petition for nothing regarding the Black community since she's been up there. But you know what, Kirk Franklin? Pull up. Because you know we ain't really been doing that for 3 years. Go ahead, pull up and sing, dance, twirl. That's what they see y'all as.
Yep.
Dance, twirl, sing, nigga. I'm going to say it straight up because
do that little dance you do.
it's a hard thing to hear, but you need to hear it. You're out of line when you speak the gospel of Jesus, when you speak the truth, when you say that abortion is murder, when you say that these things are wrong, when you say that homosexuality is wrong, you are out of line. Who are you to say what's wrong and what's right and who's the true and living God? Go dance. Go dance. Get your leotard. Get on stage. Put on your heels and shake your butt. Get your long weave, boo. Yo, y'all bragging about who got the longest weave. They over here crossing $1 million transactions under your nose on your dollar. Go dance. Go shake. Go dribble the ball. Go ball out. Go play that basketball, boo. Go hit a football. Go hit a touchdown and shut up. Hit a touchdown and shut up. That's what you do. What do you mean? You out here standing in front of an abortion clinic like you somebody. You gotten a little too uppity, nigga. You out of line. Let me tell you something. Had I have really been out here committing crime for real, stealing and being a detriment to this nation for real, a danger on the streets, I would have got a pat on my wrist. Are you kidding me? They would have said, all right, girl, go ahead. You out here acting up. Go live your life. They wouldn't have did nothing. Federally indicted, secret grand jury meeting to put out all the videos of me standing in front, preaching the gospel, not with a bat, not with a gun, nothing. Just standing there preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ, declaring the truth and saying that abortion is murder. Now you get a federal indictment. You got the FBI watching you. Do you know the FBI been watching me since 2019? I went to Africa and back. I went to Nigeria. They recorded when my baby was born. They documented when my baby was born. They documented when we went to Nigeria for a missions trip. They documented when me and Ricky got married. They documented everything I did because I was a nigga out of line. That's what y'all want. Y'all vote people in, and y'all don't understand. You're voting in your image of being a nigga in line. That's what you do when you vote Democrat. That's what you do when you dare decide, oh, I'm going to support Kamala. That's what you are. You're literally a sheep. You're a sheep, and you're not even a good sheep. At least a sheep follows a good shepherd, a shepherd that feeds them and takes care of them. Y'all don't even care. Y'all shepherd got y'all blind, naked, deaf, and dumb, robbing your country, sending your money to Ukraine. Kamala ain't petitioning for you. You kidding me? People in Ukraine living good right now. I'm seeing a bunch of Ukrainians over here, a bunch of Mexicans all in my neighborhood. It's mad Mexicans in Uruguay. Mad Mexicans. I ain't never seen this many Mexicans in Uruguay. You got Ukrainian people all over the place. They two-stepping, living good. We live in a nice neighborhood. We got them moving up with us. They moving in our neighborhood. Chilling. What? Living good, eating good, vegetarian with the brown rice.
Vegetarian with the brown rice. Hey, y'all can pull up this rest of this video. Y'all can pull up the rest of this video. I'm gonna listen to one more minute of it. Let's go.
And now, it's election year, you guys. Mind you, they didn't even want to put Kamala in. They really didn't want her. She was the last result. How does that make you feel, Black woman? You're supposed to be so strong. You're supposed to be so intelligent. And I'm not saying that you're not. But doesn't it insult you that somebody is only in a position that they're in because they're Black and they're a woman and they need the vote? They could give a dang about anything else? That she's intelligent? That she's smart? That she's a great speaker? She's a joke. She make Black women look like a joke. She make us look like we goofy. Yeah, you know, what's the line she say? She repeat the same sentence 10 different times.
Imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know? What can be unburdened by what has been. 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 What we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
She don't know what she's saying, probably because she's.
I'm gonna leave it right there. Who got the last words? Who want to say the last words?
Just want to read a scripture.
Go ahead.
It's Titus, the 2nd chapter. It says, "But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. The aged woman likewise, that they be as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, and that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, I chose, this last one. Verse 5 says, to discreet, chasten keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Creator be not blasphemed. So I chose that because I was just thinking about some of the things you were saying today in class. And as women, as we get older, we're supposed to set an example for the children, the same thing as the men as they get older. So if, for example, being set for any of our children, then how do we expect our legacy to continue on?
Correct. Do y'all see me? Because you're talking about this block, my page. We getting ready to close out. Do y'all see me?
I see.
You still see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We getting ready to close out. This is the thing we have attention to. These people, the devil don't care. The devil don't care. And the reason why he don't care is because he realized you don't care. You let everybody in your house. And now you trying to wake up and get them out. It's too late.
Because we've already given up our power.
You put your crown down. So now only thing you can do now is get your house back. But make sure that you marry a true bloodline. Not just somebody who call themselves Israel. No, they got to really be an Israelite. The convert's going to be, they're going to convert, they're going to be saved too. According to the scripture, we just read it. But they're not going to be saved within your bloodline. No, they're separate.
So just because they may come and they may adapt the laws doesn't mean that you're supposed to intermingle with them.
No, you're not supposed to intermingle. If somebody of another nation want to know the law, I could teach them the law. But does that mean that they're supposed to rule and have rulership within your ranks? The answer is no, because now you're giving rulership within your house. They don't have rulership within your house. And if they do, your children's supposed to be over that before them. So let's we're going to go ahead and close out. I thank each one of you for joining me. And I thank the Creator for allowing y'all to stay with me. And I hope you learn. I hope you got and gather and etc. the things that you need to gather. So from this point, we're going to say shalom, shalom, and we're going to pick up next week. We're going to pick up some more of the videos and some more of the things next week. And we like I told you, we're going to tie all this is tied in because I'm showing you literally who the devil is. You see what I'm saying? I'm showing you literally who the devil is right in front of you. He got his minions right in front of you, the angels of light. They transform and they make themselves you. And they eclipse you to make you get in front of, they get in front of you to pull your energy from you. No, they get behind you to pull your energy. And you die and they live. That's how they do it. So until then, make sure you press that like button, subscribe button. If you haven't, make sure you share this podcast to those who you think needs to hear this podcast. So we thank the Creator for each one of you joining me. Also, we got the Feast of Trump and the Feast of Atonement coming up. So be mindful, make yourself be mindful and get yourself prepared for those days and the Feast of Tabernacle as well. So until then, we thank you. This is Brother Spiritual Tony. We already played this from at the beginning. We're gonna play it at the end. Going out, believe in yourself. Shalom.
I've been working on my soul like I'm working on my goals. It's not hard to lose control. I've been trying to keep a hold of the peace I got within. It won't never leave again. I've been gaining all this peace, but I've been losing all my friends. If I ever shall fall, I just take it on the chin. If you need it and I got it, then you know that I'ma lend. Just because I take a loss, that don't mean I never win. Even though they sending hate, this is love that I'ma send. I just know I never fold, never break, never bend. I just know I got myself all the way into the end. I've been writing on my wrongs, I don't even need a pen. Meditating now just to keep my mind cleansed. Yeah. It's all you really gotta do. You keep your face strong, you gon' always make it through. Expect the best, so dog, it's really nothing new. It never start with them, it always start with you. Start with you. I've been working on my soul. I've been working on my soul. Ain't no limit when you got like you can get it. And don't you let them come around if they don't lift your spirit. And don't you let them put you down, you don't wanna hear it. And all them bad vibes, if you wanna go and get it, it can be obtained. I've been protecting all my energy, keep trying to grow in life, then you gotta change. I remain the same nigga that I was, I just got way better. More clever than ever. I'm feeling too special. You should never settle. Hope you never do. If you keep your face strong, then you gon' make it through.